Yeah. What's up? It's that boy Coach Malachi Williams in the building. We back. True Media Today USA Boxing. We are back. We back up in this bitch, man. One more again. Sunday. It is what it is, man. Fight week. This is fight week. This is the week that I've been looking forward to. Cool Boy Stealth versus Inoue the Monster in Japan. Terrence Crawford versus Errol the True Spence in Vegas. It is what it is. This is what it's all about at the end of the day. The good thing about boxing is this: it settles all disputes. Now, the only way it doesn't settle all disputes unless you have like cricket judging. We've seen cases where fighters have clearly won the fight, dominated or whatever, and that guy end up not winning. And then we've seen fights where one guy was winning, winning the fight, but they gave it to the other guy and such and yada 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 yada. Right? It's the same old outcry. Doesn't matter which promotional company it is. Whether it's PBC with Rolly Romero and I forgot with Israel he fought, old grandpa, whether it's that or Sean Porter or when he was over there at the PBC or Top Rank. I want to say Matchroom, but it seemed like with Matchroom, every time they top fighters fight, they lose. Like Anthony Joshua, you know what I'm saying? Anthony Joshua, it seemed like they be putting him in the ring with people and he be losing. So, like 12 round fights, he go 12 rounds on with Usyk. They didn't rob Usyk. They clearly gave it to Usyk. They didn't take it from Usyk and give it to Joshua because he was a hometown guy. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe Matchroom as well. I don't think it's more prevalent than any other. But between Top Rank and PBC, they run it neck and neck though. Number two, they run it neck and neck. Oh yeah, and also old Fish Eyes. Yeah, they run it neck and neck. You running it. I tell any fighter, I'm like, dude, if you're fighting the A side fighter, the fighter that's supposed to be the A side, if you're fighting that guy, you better go in there to knock that dude out. If you're fighting a guy that's the A side, meaning his name is first on the cards and he's the favorite, boy, you better knock that dude out. Now the situations is different. If you're fighting a guy that's favorite, but he has no affiliation to that promotional company like that, let's say he just coming over to sign a one-fight deal or something, that may be a different case. But you best believe your mindset best to believe. And another thing Timothy Bradley said when he was on here, he said you need to know exactly what do the judges look for. If you're a fighter and you pretty much know who the judges is, right? Rick Glazer spoke about that. He said the fighter has a hand in picking which judge he wants to have. You know what I mean? So he said that's what Rick Glazer said. He said they vote on it and stuff like that, and both sides, both teams look at who the judges are going to be, and they have veto power or whatever, one apiece, or something of that sort, right? But know what those judges like to see. There's nothing that I saw last night to tell me that George Kambosos won that fight. Even if you say, well, man, with Maxi Hughes, which he was the champion, your man Maxi Hughes, he ain't do enough. He probably took it to Kambosos. Well, he was the champ. And who was landing the more telling, defining shots than me was Maxi. George Kambosos kept circling to his right. That's why he kept getting hit with the straight left. He was getting countered, walking in the shots. George Kambosos seemed very, very predictable. Kept doing the same thing over and over and over. George Kambosos literally is a C-class fighter. True. He beat a C-class fighter beat Teofimo Lopez. And then Devin Haney beat him twice. And this is why people say they really don't give Devin Haney no credit. They're like, oh man, you beat George Kambosos. George Kambosos ain't nobody. You know what I mean? So I will address the super chats. So that's what it is. That's what's going on. Right? People sit back and they'll say a lot of things, and it is what it is. Again, I don't have a dog in the race. I'm not a fan of Maxi Hughes. I'm not a fan of George Kambosos. I don't have a dog in the race. You get what I'm saying? But, I feel bad for a fighter who is fighting to get to the top, right? You do all the things the right way. You fight to get to the top. You train your ass off. And some of these fights are step up fights for a lot of these fighters. If he win this fight, it gets him closer. It gets him closer to fighting for a title. So depending on what position you are in on the chessboard, you make more money based on what position you're in. You get what I'm saying? If you a step closer to fighting for the title, you'll make more money. If you win the title, you make more money. So when people say, "Man, belts don't matter," bullshit. Tell that to the guy who is getting paid more money now that he has a belt. True. Some fighters it don't matter too, like a Tank Davis. I mean, he got a red belt. I don't know why he's still holding it. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. He got a red belt. I don't know why he's still holding it, but fighters like that, belts don't matter. Anthony Joshua ain't got no more belts. And according to his mindset, the way he be talking, he don't deserve one. You get what I'm saying? He don't deserve one. So you know, in boxing, you get what you earn. But let's give everybody a round of applause. Jaw-dropping decision, huh? Jaw-dropping decision, guys. George Kambosos wins. Stunning majority. It was a majority, right? Stunning majority decision over Underdog, Maxi Hughes. George Kambosos won a controversial majority decision last night against Maxi Hughes in Oklahoma. One judge scored the fight 114-114. He said it was even. The other two judges, one judge scored it 117-111. I do not know which fight he was watching. You get what I'm saying? And the other judge had it 115-113 for Kambosos. All right? So, in my opinion, based on my personal observation, again, I don't have a dog in the race. Not going to go to war about this shit. A lot of us fans feel this was a robbery in plain sight. How do you guys feel about the scorecards? I'm looking on Twitter, looking everywhere. I'm looking at all different chats. Man, everybody like, man, no, man. Everybody like, no, man. No. How do you guys feel about the scorecards? Do you guys feel that the judges got it right last night? Or do you feel that Maxi Hughes was robbed? As a matter of fact, what I'm going to do while we're doing this, let me go ahead and do a poll. Let's do a poll. Start a poll right here. Let me see. Kambosos versus Hughes. All right, let me go ahead and do this right quick. Who won? Question mark. Killer Cam? I can't call him Killer Cam. I gave him the name Killer Cam. I took that shit back. Ain't nothing killer about that dude. I was just joking with that anyways. Kambosos won. Maxi Hughes won. That's it. Guys, let me know if you can see the poll. Yeah, the poll up. I see it. Y'all participate in the poll. Let's see what's going on. I'm gonna drop the phone lines. Anyways, let's look at the chat. See what the people talk about in the chat. No, as a matter of fact, no. Let me do this super chat. Get the super chat out of the way. Shout out to Jamario Dixon. Okay. We're dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy. Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime, boy. He said, Coach, if Errol and Bud make it to the cards, we don't need the type of judges like they had last night. Maxi Hughes got robbed with no ski mask on. Yeah, Bud ain't planning on going to the scorecard. Somebody got to get knocked out. He know he behind the 8 ball. Trust me, he know. He know he's behind the 8 ball. He know that. He know that. Hey man, I'm not a PBC fighter. I know I have the entire PBC political party against me. They didn't want me over here. They didn't want to make this fight. I know this. I know Errol is their boy. That's their guy. I know that when I step in the ring, I'm gonna be down about 2 rounds already. I don't plan on it going 12 rounds. So, you know, as long as he do what he been doing, he's gonna be good. Me personally, I think the footwork, the hand speed of Crawford is gonna be too much. But we'll talk about that later on in the week. You know, I think the hand speed and the footwork is just gonna be too much. It ain't gonna be none of that flat-footed Danny Garcia, Ugas standing right in front of me shit. It ain't gonna be none of that. I can guarantee you that.
True.
Shout out to Damien. What did you say, fam? You say my question is, what in the hell wrong with Teofimo Lopez when he fought Kambosos? I mean, you know, he had an off night. He had an off night, fam. I mean, it happens, bro. You know, this boxing, it happens. You know, there's several times you see a fighter step in the ring that's supposed to be highly favored. And then not only that, if you look at all the stuff that Teofimo did leading up to fighting Kambosos, he was on tour. He was on, you know, with Bad Bunny. He was talking about J-Lo. They were smoking hookah. They had like videos where him and his dad was smoking hookah and all that stuff there. But it was a whole lot of stuff, man. Stepped in there, and the takeover was done. He got beat. He lost to a C-class fighter in his own backyard. In his own backyard, on top of that. You get what I'm saying? In his city, in front of his New York judges, all of that. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, shout out to Jamar. Jamar said we did it first.
We did it first, and we motivate even the greats. This is different. You understand? We have Jennifer Lopez, we have Maluma, we have J Balvin, we have. So when I called him up, I was like, "Yo, what do you think? What do you think, Eddie? If we bring the belts together?" And Eddie said, "That shit is a good idea." I think the only person that can beat Canelo right now is like maybe 4 years or 5 years from now, my son. You know, like Triple G and Canelo and all these guys, they're bums, bro. They're bums.
But once Teofimo became undisputed, look how many champions we got that's undisputed now.
What you say, the Martin? The Martin say, according to the doctor that treated T.O., he was bleeding internally and had trouble bleeding. Gassed out. I guess he had trouble bleeding. Gassed out in the 10th. I mean, my thing is, if that was the case, who approved him to fight in the first place? I mean, I'm not trying to retread old waters, or nothing of that sort. I mean, it is what it is. The man lost. You get what I'm saying? Teofimo lost, right? You know, it wasn't no damn robbery. You know, the man lost. Period. Simple as that. So, he didn't have his A game that night. But I don't even want to talk about that shit because Teofimo Lopez fans, them motherfuckers get crazy too. You know, the more I do this shit, it's quite a few boxing fans, they just get on my goddamn nerves. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. You know, I'm just saying for me. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. I just sit back, man. But shout out to Knockdown 305. What's going on, fam? You know, so the George Kambosos thing. I mean, I put the poll up. So we'll look at it going towards the end of the show. We'll look at it before we cancel out the end of the show. You know what I mean? RM said Brandon Figueroa did beat Fulton. This is the thing, right? Right. You have all types of close decisions in boxing. I can understand a close decision. It's something I want to explain to you guys too, because I hear some people say, I've been hearing what Timothy Bradley say and other pundits in the boxing say. So basically what I'm saying is a lot of people say, man, we got to make sure we have judges that's not from the same country. Like Cool Boy Stealth in Inoue the Monster, they're fighting. From what I'm hearing is there are no judges. They have no judges that's from Japan that's judging the fight. And my question is this. What in the hell does not having judges from the country, city, or state that the fighter is boxing in, what in the hell does that have to do with corruption? Does that mean, oh man, yo man, you know, and we have some judges that ain't from this city, you know, it won't be no hometown cooking. I'm like, yeah. Oh, you really believe that, huh? Really believe that, huh? You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, okay, all right, you know, if that's what you believe, and my thing is this. Hold on, my thing is this. Hold on, guys, I'm trying to change my camera right quick. Hold on. See, can I change this camera right quick, guys? Shit. I'm trying to change this camera. I think I'm having issues. Trying to change this camera right quick, but never mind. We'll just rock out with it. I'll try to do it later. We got another super chat. Shout out to Deal.
The stickiest of the icky. You want to smoke with the old boy Rick James?
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy!
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said Kambosos is allergic to boxing fundamentals and defense and footwork. That was just embarrassing. He fights the same way every time. Very predictable. Man, you hit the nail right on the head. He didn't make no adjustments nowhere in that fight. Same old, same old. Timing was off. That's why he kept running into the left hand. Did not display guard control at all. He kept rotating to his right. That's why he kept getting hit with the straight left when he tried to lunge in. It is what it is. You know, he be doing a lot of stuff, bouncing around and stuff, making it seem like he's doing something, but he really don't be doing the goddamn thing.
True.
He really don't be doing the damn thing. And again, this ain't no hate, no shade. I don't have a dog in the race. I'm not an Aussie from Australia, and I'm not from the UK. I may have only seen maybe 3 of Maxi Hughes fights, so I ain't got no dog in the race, but I caught it the way I see it from my own personal observation. For my personal observation, you know what I mean? He didn't win that fight. And again, as I said before, hey, we got to get the lights up. We got over 200 people in here, man, and less than 100 lights. We got 73 lights. We got to get the lights up. And so, hold on, let me see. 125. You get what I'm saying? So, it doesn't matter where the judge is from. It's like saying, you know what? I don't like Democrats and Republicans, which I don't. Both of them on the same team. We're gonna bring in a politician that's not from the swamp, not from DC, not a career politician, and we're gonna bring him in, and when they come in, he's gonna be a good senator or a good House of Representatives or whatever the case may be. But then when he comes in, he understands that the political power that goes along with the bribes, the corruption. Everybody's corrupt around you. So once you come in, you're gonna fall in line with the corruption. It don't matter where you're from. Well, wait a minute, man. You know what, dog? Now, hold on. Now, we can't say the judge cheated. The judges wasn't even from Japan. The fuck that mean? They're gonna receive the same amount of money that the other judges that would have been from Japan gonna receive, or America, or the UK, or whatever the case may be. They're gonna receive that same amount of money. Once they sit in that seat of corruption, they're gonna be corrupt as well.
True.
That's just the reality of the situation. That's just the reality of the situation. You get what I'm saying? So, I feel bad for the fighter that is struggling to get to the top, and he does his thing. He does everything he can to get to the top, right? And you need to win this fight. Like okay, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. I was listening to an interview that was on Millie Boxing. They had Mickey Bay on there, right? And he was talking about Terrence Crawford. And Crawford was nobody. You know what I mean? I'm just being real. He was nobody. No one expected much of him. No one. He was just like a throwaway fighter, right? And that's what's so unique about Crawford being in this position right now, because he didn't get the accolades that Errol Spence got. He didn't get those accolades. He didn't get any of that stuff. A lot of the stuff that he got was he really had to get it from the muscle. Poor bro. Remember, he got his big break when he fought when he sparred with Timothy Bradley. And Timothy Bradley was the reason why he got that fight with Prescott, with British Prescott. And he beat him. He wasn't expected to beat British Prescott. He wasn't expected to beat him at all. Little skinny kid from Omaha, Nebraska, wasn't nobody checking for him. Wasn't from Dallas, wasn't from New York, wasn't from California, wasn't nobody checking for him. With Cameron Duncan, his manager and stuff like that. So but they threw him in a lot of situations where taking fights at the last minute. They were throwing him in situations where he was going eventually gonna get knocked off. He was gonna lose. He kept winning. 15 years later, he's 39-0 with 30 knockouts. 15 years later. Now they like, God damn, that motherfucker right here, man. Shit, we didn't know he was gonna do this. We didn't know he was gonna do this. Oh, well, he ain't fought nobody. Well, the guy you say he fought nobody, I was just saying he was nobody yesterday when he started out boxing. His promoter didn't really believe in him. He signed him, but he didn't really believe in him like that. Nobody from any other record label wanted to sign him. Just a blue-collar fighter that came out of nowhere. That was talented as hell. So Mickey Bay said, he said, man, there was a lot of fights because he said him and Terrence used to roommate together back in the day. Shout out to Millie City Boxing, man. I love that brother over there. He said, man, it was fight. He said, I know for a fact they were throwing him in fights, him with Cameron Duncan. He said they were throwing him in fights that he wasn't supposed to win. And he turned around and won. And 15 years later, now he ain't fought nobody. Baby mama ain't bow-legged. I don't like him because he's a dark-skinned dude from Omaha, Nebraska. And, I like the red dudes and this and that. And, because we practice colorism in Black America. You ought to know how they, the nigga shit. And, so it's like, damn, you get what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Shout out to Stickum Boys. Shout out to Stickum Boys. What'd you say? Shout out to Stickum Boys. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
What did you say, fam? You say boxing judges should be put on a, I guess you're trying to say at least, put on a least controversial decision basis. Okay. I mean, Stickum Boys, my thing is, man, I mean, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Boxing has always been like that. It's going to be like this. Period. You get what I'm saying? It's always been like that, and it's going to be like this. It's not changing. You get what I'm saying? That's just the reality of the situation. That's why I like fighters that have that kill or be killed mentality when they're in the ring. That's why I like the Sugar Rays, the Sugar Ray Robinson, the Sugar Ray Leonards. I just like those guys. The Mike Tyson when he was in his prime. You don't get paid for overtime. The Terrence Crawfords. Man, I'm stopping motherfuckers. They say what they want to say. I'm stopping all these motherfuckers. A lot of people criticize Tank Davis's resume, saying he ain't really fighting nobody. I think the biggest name he fought has been Ryan Garcia since he's been boxing. I think Tank could be 29 years old at the end of the month, but he's stopping the motherfuckers. He's stopping them. Cool boy Steph is fighting an uphill battle, in my opinion, when he fights Inoue in Japan. I'm gonna tell you why. If he have judges that's judging that fight that don't like to see fighters that's always on the back foot all the time, they're always going to give the benefit of the doubt to the fighter that's pressing the action. Unless you just beating the brakes off this dude, hitting him 25 times the one, the way it's like, man, goddamn, man, I ain't shit. Goddamn, dog, I really don't want to give it to the nigga, but I ain't got no wiggle room to even give it to the guy who I want to give it to. I truly believe that a lot of these fights that we see going down, fam, they already be, the scorecards already filled out before you step in there. No, you know who the house fighter is, who the A-side guy is. He's the guy that, you know what I mean? He's the house fighter. Yeah, dog, what we're going to do? We're going to do now. I'm going to tell you something now. I'm going to hire y'all to, I'm going to hire y'all, doggone, to make sure that, everything Gucci now. We're going to make sure you go ahead and, shoot you a couple of dollars on the low. And the crazy part about it is they act like we don't know what the hell we see. See, you don't know nothing. You don't know nothing about boxing, dog. See, you don't know nothing about it. That's what they do to dismiss you. You see a first-hand armed robbery. Nah, dog, I saw this guy with an all-black ski mask on. He had a tattoo that said it's a robbery now on his hand. It was shown on the camera. 25 million people saw it. He put the gun to the guy's head, said, give up the money. The guy gave up the money, and he took off and jumped in an all-black and chrome Benz, 1984 Mercedes-Benz 500, and he drove off. They try to say, man, you ain't see that. They try to tell us that we ain't see what we saw. Man, you don't know nothing about the law and how crime works. So you don't know nothing about that, dog. We just gonna dismiss you. True. Oh, so I don't know that because I don't agree with what you said, what the decision was. So who I'm gonna believe? Me? Who I'm gonna believe? You or my eyes? I don't want you to believe in your eyes now. Just believe what we tell you.
True, true, true.
You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Now, Cool Boy team, who his trainer, who have issues with, he like, look, man, I want to make sure. Hold on, make sure. Let me see something. Sorry about that, guy. I'm trying to see something. Who want to make sure that I think I want to. I don't know if I want to do that. Oh, that's it right there. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm looking at something, guys. I'm trying to change this camera angle. I'm trying to change the camera angle, guys. That's what I'm trying to do. So, trying to change the camera angle. Hold on. So when you don't agree with what they say, you don't know nothing about boxing. That's what they tell you. Sir, I know what the fuck I saw. I saw this one dude get hit 25 times. I saw this other dude get hit one time in this round. Yeah, but that one time that he got hit, that one time was what won the fight, won the round for him. Even though he got hit 25 times, that one blow was enough to carry the round.
True, true, true.
You can't make this shit up. So anyways, Cool Boy got some pressure on him. I'm going to tell you why. Because his trainer came out and said that, pretty much accused Inoue the monster of stacking the gloves, right? Stacking his wraps. Timothy Bradley just said something on it. They put the tape on their hand, really, really good. Then they put the gauze on it. Then they put the tape over the gauze. And then they put a little bit more tape on there, and to where it makes it like a cast. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? So my thing is this. The only thing I question is, and I don't know, maybe he did try to do it. Maybe he did try to get everything worked out with the commission behind the scenes, and it wasn't working. So he made a decision. Let me just say something now at the press conference in front of everybody. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm thinking. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. If that's what he said, if that's how he felt about it. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and stop this. Remove this. Hold on, guys. Stop the screen. Had to stop the screen right quick. This goddamn computer tripping again. I cleaned everything off of it. I don't know why it's tripping like that. It got to be motherfucking StreamYard. I don't know. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. He has to come out there and win now. Well, he already had to come out and win. And I'm seeing a lot of conspiracies about, yeah, man, they're going to rob him, this and that. The funny thing about this is this. A lot of guys who I see complaining, talking about Cool Boy stuff and this and that, yeah, man, they're trying to cheat him over there. These are the same group of people who said that Tyson Fury, and you guys know I don't like Tyson Fury at all. But I like him in the ring. I like him as a fighter, but I don't like him outside of the ring. I don't like him, right? These are the same people who said, well, we ain't never really seen him fight. We ain't never really seen him fight. These are the same people who say that. We ain't never really seen him fight. And they said that Deontay Wilder got cheated by Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury had egg weights in his gloves.
True, true, true.
These are the same people that say Terrence Crawford ain't fought nobody. He got a trash resume. He ain't fought nobody. He overrated this and that. Yada, 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 yada. These are the same people that come from the same boxing community. They don't like Tank Davis because they made a pact with Devin Haney. These are the same people who don't even have a boxing criteria. Their criteria is strictly racial. It has nothing to do with boxing. I can't say it's a pro-black agenda that they have because these guys are not pro-blacks. They defecate on other blacks. Can't be pro-black and defecate on other blacks at the same time. Oxymoron. So it's the same group of people. Not all, but you get what I'm saying? The stuff what I've been seeing, I said it's the same group of people. It's the same group of people. These niggas don't even buy pay-per-views. If Inoue and Cool Boy was on pay-per-view, they wouldn't even buy it. Guess who would buy it? Coach Malachi. Guess who? Guess who? Would buy Coach Malachi? Because I'm a content creator. And I don't want to deal with illegal. I have used some illegal streams a couple times in some fights, but Keith Thurman and King Kong Ortiz, definitely that. You know what I mean? But I'm a content creator. I want to make sure when I'm caught in the fight, everything is cool, everything is kosher. These are the same guys. He said, nah, Cool Boy's not a pay-per-view fighter. Yeah, that's not the point, though. That's not the point. The point I'm making is whether he's a pay-per-view fighter or not, these are the same people that wouldn't buy it anyways if he was a pay-per-view fighter. Because there are pay-per-view fighters that fight on pay-per-view now, these guys don't buy the fights.
True.
They don't buy the fights. You get what I'm saying? So I mean, it is what it is. I mean, that's how I see it. It is what it is. These guys don't buy no damn fights. And they get on here and argue for the sake of arguing. These are the same guys that's going to threaten you. These same guys are going to say you better not show up to the fight. These same guys say they got shooters. While at their baby mama house or their mama house, drinking up all the juicy juices, smoking on the Nick Sack and Reggie while their mama or baby mama out working. These guys. I mean, just a bunch of losers. That's it. Can't win for losing. So, I don't know why his manager did that. Because now you got people turning on Cool Boy. People turning on Cool Boy like, man, you know, they turning on him now. Whatever sympathy that he was getting or the people who wanted to go for him, now they turning on him. And once the revolutionary, listen, and once the YouTube revolutionaries get behind your back from the Alphabet Boy community, it's a guarantee loss.
True.
Because everything them niggas support go in like good golf gas. I mean, they get a win or two every now and then. You know what I mean? They get a pork chop or a neck bone or a pot of collard greens every now and then, or mustard greens. But outside of that, everything they go for, I'm talking about they big dogs. I'm talking about the big dog. They big dogs get knocked out.
True.
You get what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is. We've never heard anything about this guy cheating before until now. I think I may have heard something about we ain't like the way he stacked his raps and all that stuff there. As a matter of fact, let me show you what. Hold on, let me show you this. Let me show you this. See, these niggas is the boy that cry wolf. It's the boy that cry wolf. Niggas always. Well, see, this what pissed me off. These niggas are professional victims. You run around talking about the black man is, and we strong, and we got melanin, and we dominate everything that we do in one breath. Well, on one side, while on the flip side, complaining about how much of a victim you is and how much the white man is oppressing you, and they've been doing this to us for 400 years, and we ain't been able to overcome this and that. So are you strong enough to overcome your oppressor, or are you too weak to overcome your oppressor? You can't be a god with the strength of Ogun, and you created all the creation in one breath while being ruled and dominated by a group of people that you say you created on the island of Patmos.
True.
Like, it just don't make sense to me. You get what I'm saying? And anybody that don't agree with your narrative is a coon, Uncle Tom, sellout. You got shooters. You gonna pull up. You better not. You better not go to the fight. You know, and this and that. You're a coon, Uncle Tom, sellout. I got shooters. I'm gonna pull up. You better not come to the fight. It's the same old like hamster wheel. These niggas running on a hamster wheel of victimhood. Niggas always gonna find a way to become a victim and a killer at the same time. 1 minute you're a killer, the next minute you're a victim. When things go your way, you're a killer. When things don't go your way, you're a victim. And even before the fight even starts, you hear people making excuses already.
True.
I mean, these guys have a defeatist mentality. They have a victimhood, defeatist mentality in boxing. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Thug and D. These dudes have a victimhood defeatist mentality. I'm the type of guy, I believe in myself so much, dog, that ain't nothing and nobody gonna stop me. Because I'm so smart, I know how to figure it out. I'm a problem solver. When you know how to solve problems, you get what I'm saying? It ain't too many obstacles that's going to come your way that you don't even, that's going to stop you. You get what I'm saying? You know, I don't participate in the Victim Olympics, and I don't believe in pity parades. That's just me. I believe what I was taught. I believe I'm a strong man. You know what I mean? You know, I believe if you believe you're a God, okay, how can you say you're a God? You're the owner, the maker, the cream of the planet Earth, God of the universe. You the creator. You the one who created everything and every race and nationality or whatever stole from you, but yet you being oppressed by someone who you say that's inferior to you. That's like a lion being oppressed by the sheep. How can you say you're a lion, but the sheep is dominating you? You say that the sheep is less than you. He's less than me. He ain't got my mane like I have a mane around my head. He don't roar like me. When I walk, everybody in the jungle trembling and scared of me. Yeah, but the sheep ruling over you, and every day you complaining about what the sheep is doing to you. So it kind of makes Steph seem like you know. As a matter of fact, I just didn't like that. I didn't like that. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, dog. Because you make it, it's like if you lose, it's going to be like you trying to lay the premise for why you lost. I'm not saying that that's what Cool Boy is doing, but that's what his trainer is doing. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It is what it is. As a matter of fact, let me show you guys what Inoue says right here. And again, I want you guys to see this. I want you guys to see this. I think when I'm sharing this, that's what's messing up my show. As you can see right here, guys, Inoue the Monsters team. Inoue responds to Team Fulton. This is what Inoue is saying. He says, so I was right when I said that the smear campaign was unnecessary and unprofessional. ? I was right when I said Team Fulton could have easily educated themselves on the rules in Japan. And if they had a discrepancy, they could have spoken with the commission's personnel privately to resolve the issue. Don't let the tribalism override logic. And this is what they're saying right here. This is what this guy is saying, right? It said Japan has its own local rules. Even in the United States, there are local rules on each state, and the widening methods are different. Our fight will be held in Japan on the 25th, so of course I will follow the Japanese rules. Don't suck it up, just fight. I don't know what he mean by don't suck it up. But listen, check this out. Listen to this again. Japan, of course this is translated. Japan has its own set of local rules. Even in the United States, which is true. Each state that you go in, check this out. Each state that you go in, hold on. Each state that you go in, they have a different set of rules. Texas may have different rules than the state of Florida. Florida may have rules different than the state of Nevada. Nevada may have rules different from New York. Such and such and such and such and such and such. If you don't know that, there's not a one uniform rule for each state or each city or each country. There's a uniform rule for some stuff, but you get what I'm saying. If you don't know the rules where you're fighting at, you'll end up saying something out of ignorance. You'll end up saying something out of ignorance. Ignorance of what? Ignorance of the law, ignorance of the rules that applies in that particular city, state, or country that you're boxing in.
True, true, true.
So if that is the case, then all of this stuff that Inoue cheating and they doing this and doing that, it's misplaced. It's misplaced. Because the people I see arguing and debating online, I haven't seen anything where they say, well, hey man, look, man, you know, well, this is the rules of Japan. You automatically take the victimhood approach. You automatically think, oh man, they're trying to cheat Cool Boy. The same people who really don't support him over here in the States anyway.
True, true, true.
The same people. This man is fighting in Japan because he don't get the support over here in America that he should get. I mean, he gets support from Philly. But these revolutionaries, they don't support that dude. I'm just being real with you. They don't do a lot of videos about him. They dropping videos now because now it fits into the victimhood. It fits into the victim Olympics. It fits into the victim Olympics now. Oh man, you see what they trying to do to her? You see what they trying to do? See, that's what I'm talking about. Hold on, but you the God, right? Gods don't let nobody do nothing to them. You the God. You walk the earth like a God, right? What you complaining about? You should be able to use your melanin and your wit and intellect to be able to impose your will on these people. Make sure that the situation is favorable to you. But you can't do that. You can't do that. Do you get what I'm saying? So, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. Shout out to Jamie Rivera. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Jamie Rivera. Shout out to Solarverse. What did he say, fam? He said I am black. He said I am black and I play professional baseball in Japan. Brother Fulton doesn't have anything to worry about. He will be treated fairly and with respect. So, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is, right? That's all I'm saying, fam. Like, again, bro, see, this what's going on. I want to show you guys this. I want to show you guys this. You know, motherfucker always gonna find a way to become the victim in the situation. It's like a sad case of Stockholm syndrome. Like, motherfucker, yeah, I gotta, I'm a victim, and like some of them, they just don't feel right. They don't feel right with things going good in their life, or they don't feel right without finding something to complain about. Let me see. Let me see something. I want to show you guys this. As a matter of fact, let me do this. Fuck it. Let me do this. Hold on. Okay. No. Cancel. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to see something. Hold on. I'm trying to see something. Bear with me one moment, guys. Bear with me one moment. I'm trying to open this thing up. I want to show you guys something. I did this before, but I want to show you guys something. That's right there. Let me do that. I did this before, right? Here we go right here. I want to show you guys something. And then I'm going to drop the phone lines. Show you guys I'm going to drop the phone lines. Let's get the likes. How many likes we have, man? We got less than 200 likes still? Yeah, we got to tighten up, dog. We got 250 people here and less than 200 likes. We need 80 more likes. I haven't even thanked Al Heyman before I started the show. Ain't that something? I've got 275 people in here now. I haven't even thanked Al Heyman before we started the show. Haven't even did that. But I want to show you guys something. Because this is what I'm seeing. Cool Boy can go in there and fight and win. He can win this fight, beat Inoue the monster, impose his physical will, his reach, his size on him, and win this fight. From what I've heard, the Japanese judges are some of the most fairest judges in the world. Cool Boy was so worried about being robbed. I'm hearing that they said that, hey, we're going to make sure the Japanese accommodated them by saying we'll make sure that there are no judges from Japan that's going to score this fight. Yeah, we're going to make sure there's no judges from Japan that's going to score this fight. Sometimes you don't know what you don't know until you know it. You get what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. So, no judges from Japan. He's fighting in Japan. You can't make a decision. I'm going to fight you in your own backyard. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. When I spoke to Crawford, and he said it in interviews, but when I spoke to him, I said, man, you know you fighting in enemy territory. He said, I'm not even worried about that. I'm going to win. I didn't hear Crawford say, man, I ain't really no PBC fighter, man. I know Al Heyman is Errol Spencer's boy. They ain't really want to fight me and shit. Finally got to fight, man. The judges. Like, I'm talking about judges. I'm talking about maybe who the ref may be. I'm talking about the mindset that I feel like you should have going into this fight. He didn't say none of that. He say, man, I'm going to win. I don't care who the judge is. I don't care who the ref is. That's what he told me. I don't care who the judge, I don't care who the ref is. I'm winning. My mama gonna be out there. It's my mama's birthday. I'm winning. When it's over with, it's gonna be an undisputed welterweight champion of the world from Omaha, Nebraska. I ain't worried about nothing. I'm winning. So, Cool Boy's side is it doesn't seem that they have that mentality now. Earlier, Cool Boy was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna beat this dude. And again, I don't want to throw Cool Boy under the bus. I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. But I just want to point that out. Now his team is like, man, man, I don't know about this, man. I don't like the rapping. I gotta protect my fighter now. I gotta protect my fighter. And then now the laptop revolutionaries, the online Marcus Garveys, the YouTube Huey P. Newins, now they back now. Yeah, man, see what it is. See what it is now. They're trying to set the brother up. I'm like, dude, we haven't even had the fight yet. How do you know that's what's going to happen? You start putting things in your mind. You start putting things in your mind before you even step in the ring. Do you have any confidence in your physical abilities to say, you know what, irregardless of who the judge is, I'm going to stop this dude. I'm going to beat this dude so thoroughly, it don't matter who the judge is. His mama could be a judge, his auntie could be a judge, and his cousin could be the judge. And his baby mama could be the referee. I'm going to put a whooping on this dude so bad that they ain't going to have no choice but to give me the fight.
True.
I ain't going to, you know what I mean? I ain't going to, listen, I'm going to just say it like it is. As a matter of fact, we ain't going to the scorecards. I don't plan on going to the scorecards. Marvin Hagler approach. That's what I loved about Marvin Hagler. When Hagler got robbed, when he fought Vito back in 1979, he was upset. He was 38 hot. He said, you know what? From this point forward, I'm going to let these be the judge. I'm going to let these be my judge. My left hand and my right hand. And Hagler went to stop him, motherfucker. He fought like, even though once he became champion, he fought like he was a contender. That's how Hagler fought. No, dog, because listen, because I know they ain't finna give me nothing. And you automatically know when you're not the house fighter or you're not the guy who the mainstream people in boxing like, you're going to be down by 2 or 3 rounds in other people's scorecards. So you got to fight every round. Like you can't give up nothing when you boxing, when you fighting somebody. You can't give up nothing. You got to make them earn every second of every minute of every round. Don't lighten up, tighten up. You get what I'm saying? That's what I love about Hagler. Ain't but one way to guarantee victory. I'm finna stop this motherfucker. That's the only way to guarantee victory. Stop him. We got the judge set up, dog. So when he step in here, dog, he'll go 12, dog. He ain't gonna win this fight. Don't even worry about it, dog. I already know what y'all got planned.
True.
Go back and them know what's going on. They know. Saul know what's going on. The secret weapon, Saul. They know what's going on. No, we ain't worried about nothing. That's what I heard. I didn't hear no, yeah, man, goddamn, I don't like the way he wrap his hands, dog. And, I don't like the way he wrap his hand. And, shit, has it been body tested? I don't know if he been body tested or not now. I don't know now. And I'm just saying, like, that place that they fight at, them referees, them judges that they have, them judges are pro PBC guys. They known for always giving those fighters more rounds and, more rounds than they should have won. He said, man, I ain't worried about none of that shit, man. And I'm not leaving nothing to second guess. And so Cool boy gotta have that mentality. If you surely, and his trainer said, you gotta know the rules over there in Japan. I've heard anybody arguing that. As I read to you guys right here, Cool boy Inoue the Monster say Japan has its own local rules. Just like over here in America. He said even in the US, there are local rules on each state. Facts. And the winding methods are different. Facts. Our fight will be held in Japan on the 25th. So, of course, I will follow the Japanese rules. My question is this. Is Inoue the Monster doing something illegal? Do anybody have any proof that he's doing something illegal? You get what I'm saying? So this is, he's fighting an African-American stud. Clearly, Cool Boy got melanin in his skin. His melanin, and he got melatonin. He should be able to, withstand, overcome anything that Inoue come with. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. It is what it is. Shout out to Marta King. As a matter of fact, let me do this here. Let me get the super chats out the way. Shout out to Marta King Boxing for dropping that $2 super chat. He said, "On Mama Saturday, don't blink Saturday." Okay. Shout out to Haynes Legacy for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, "I usually agree with you, but Cool Boy ain't say none of that." He said his trainer makes him look bad. Sad situation. If you were listening, Haynes, to what I was saying, Coach Malachi never said that Cool Boy said any of that. If you was listening to what I was saying, you would have heard me say, not Cool Boy, but his trainer is the one that's doing that. If you were listening. I never said that Cool Boy complained not one time. I said his trainer is making him look bad. You get what I'm saying? So, shout out to Martin King Boxing. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Jamario Yarmus. What's going on? He said 2023, you don't need proof. Just find a TikTok and keep saying facts. Hey, yo. He said, facts. Facts. Listen, they think because they yell facts, you do know that what you just said was not facts, sir. Just because you yelled and said facts does not mean that it was facts. Hey, Damien, what you say, fam? You say Cool Boy definitely looked at him like, why the hell you said that? I saw the look in Cool Boy's face, his facial expression. He had a mean look on his face like, man, I can't believe this dude doing that. Because he understood the ramifications of that. You get what I'm saying? Cool Boy ain't said nothing. It's his trainer. So his trainer shaking like booty meat.
True.
I'm always looking at the positive side of it. Okay, well, do you know the rules over there? I don't know what the rules are, but that's neither here nor there. My thing is his melanin, he got melatonin, right? He should be able to just weather any storm. According to the logic of the race hustlers. I want to show you guys something. Before I drop the phone line, I want to show you guys something. I got to show you this. I've been on YouTube for 2 years and 7 months. And since I've been on YouTube, I've come to the conclusion that some of the dumbest human beings I have ever came across and on the metasphere come from these niggas right here on YouTube.
True.
And on social media all around. Right? But these dudes, again, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but I got to call it the way I see it. Hold on, guys. I got to shut this down. Shut that down right quick. Again, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but I'm going to throw their ass under the bus today. Today is throw somebody under the bus Sundays.
True.
I Shout out to Haynes Legacy. Salute, fam. Shout out to my sister Nick Riggs. What's going on, Nick? John B. Poetic. What the link read? He said, why sign the contract if you don't like the rules in Japan? This is the thing. This is the thing, right? This is the thing. I tell you guys, I have a master's degree in psychology when it comes to understand nigga shit.
True.
Understanding nigga shit. On YouTube, on the YTC, you have boxing channels. Groups of them. They broke. They ain't got no money. Couldn't get a tenderoni to save their life. And they dumb as a box of rocks. But they talk like they smart as hell. Facts. Facts. Why are you over here, my nigga? I saw you over there in somebody else's chat. Like literally, grown ass men, these niggas in their 40s and 50s. I said, these niggas is dumb. And they come from the so-called conscious community. They're not even well-versed in the conscious community. You got one nigga call himself the general. I call him the general contractor, Jabba the Hutt. He named himself after another dude from the conscious community from Detroit by the name of Sarah Suit Seti. If you're in the conscious community, you know that Sarah Suit Seti is the general. He been calling himself the general for a long, long time. Since like 2008, 2009. You get what I'm saying? You got a group of dumb niggas being led by Jabba the Hutt. A nigga that got 4 chins and got a D-cup breast. Look like he 15 months pregnant. From Milwaukee. What do I look like following a nigga from Milwaukee? This ain't no shade to Milwaukee. This ain't no shade. I don't want nobody talking about they gonna pull up and all that stuff there. This ain't no shade. But what the fuck I look like? Just want to throw that out there.
True.
This what's going on. They say, Coach, why you say what you say? Because I can. That's why. Let me show you guys this here. 16 signs of low intelligence. These are the signs. He said these signs of low intelligence. A lot of people say low IQ. Says. You're about to go through are present in healthy, normal, functioning adults. Let's get started. Lacking curiosity. The hallmark of a low intelligent, lack of curiosity, keeps people stuck at their present level of knowledge. They do not grow intellectually. They know just enough to get by in the world. They don't ask questions, and they seem to be satisfied where they are intellectually. Number 2, lacking intellectual humility. Intellectual humility means accepting that you don't know what you don't know. Curiosity and intellectual humility are the engines of intellectual growth. The tendency in people is to believe that they know everything, yet the more you know, the more you realize how little you do know. Totally agree with that.
True.
Oh, but this right here is the main ingredient right here on YouTube in boxing Twitter. Being closed to new ideas, closed-mindedness. Opinions and information keeps low intelligent people stuck where they are. Closed-minded people have a tendency to confirm their pre-existing beliefs. Hence, they cannot learn anything new. Let's stop right there. It says closed-mindedness, being closed to new ideas, right? It says opinions and information keeping low intelligence people stuck where they are. Closed-minded people have a tendency to confirm pre-existing beliefs. What is that, guys? That's confirmation bias.
True.
When you an ignorant, dumb nigga, the only thing you're looking for information that confirms your ignorance and dumbness.
True.
If there's any information that you find that goes against that which you've been programmed to believe, no matter how wrong it is, you are so close-minded that you will reject it. That's why when you be arguing with these dudes online and you be getting frustrated, like, damn, why this dude ain't understanding and comprehending what I'm saying? That's because he's closed-minded. He's suffering from a sad case of confirmation bias. He don't want to accept anything that doesn't confirm what he already wants to believe.
True.
I digress. Let's continue. Oh, we're not finished. I will get to the super chat. Let me get the super chat right here. Shout out to Haynes.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Shout out to Haynes Legacy, man. He said, my bad, coach. He said I'm out of pocket. You did say that, but I still wanted to support with a super chat, with a super power chat. Yeah, salute, fam. I appreciate that, fam. I appreciate that. Check it out, though. Look at number 4. Not interested in learning. Low intelligence people mostly see learning as a waste of time. Like, I got a library over here. All I do is read books, right? I haven't read a book this week because I've been writing my script. So right now, my mind is on finishing this movie. They don't even have the intelligence to see how learning can benefit them. They stop learning when they graduate. High intelligence people, like myself, on the other hand, accept that learning is a lifelong process. This is why I'm always constantly learning. Reading, trying to get better, right? Let's continue. Not seeking novelty. Low intelligence people seem to have an aversion to novelty in general. You'll see that they not only avoid exposing themselves to new ideas, but anything new art, new music, etc. On the contrary, novelty is very stimulating to high intelligence people, right? They seek novelty to keep expanding their mind and to see everything in a fresh light. Let's continue. Avoid thinking. These dumb ass niggas avoid thinking, boy. These alphabet boy niggas, boy, these niggas fagnons and doodle brown, the shit go like them. They subscribe to some of the dumb motherfuckers I've seen in my life.
True.
And the niggas who they follow, they subscribe to, they think they the smart ones. You can't make this up. Avoid thinking. Low intelligence people avoid thinking when they can. They always need to be told exactly what to do. Facts. Well, you're a real one. You heard what he said? Them niggas. And won't use their own minds. They don't believe in using their own mind. They have the sheep herd. They have the sheep herd mentality. They thrive in formal education structures requiring rote learning, but lack street smarts. Put them in a novel situation where they're required to think on their feet and watch them crumble. Number 7, diminished ability to reflect on things. This is what I call, these are Wakanda niggas that I'm talking about now. The ability to reflect on things is one of the greatest cognitive skills of humans. It helps us understand it helps us understand the casualty behind events. Keen observation plus the ability to reflect have been the drivers of human progress. Lacking critical thinking skills. Critical thinking is difficult because it goes against how the mind works. The mind assimilates information as beliefs and then goes around confirming those beliefs. Testing the validity of those beliefs takes up significant mental energy. Yet it's the only way to get closer to the truth. So these guys will avoid critical thinking skills. They lack critical thinking skills because any truth that they find that goes totally against what they've already been formed to believe will give them a headache, make them mad. They'll probably get a stroke or aneurysm. So they lack critical thinking skills. When you see these whole niggas online from these different communities, especially these I Hate Terrence Crawford channels, they lack critical thinking skills. They only look for information that confirms what they already want to believe about the guy who they don't like. Not changing their minds often. The rate at which people change their opinion indicates the rate at which they're learning new things. While intelligent people change their position on things from month to month or week to week, low intelligence people hold on to things they learned years ago. It said having too strong of an opinion on anything is generally a sign that a person is only looking at part of the entire story. Number 10, black and white thinking. Low intelligence people are masters of black and white thinking. They only see things, they only seem to think in terms of opposites, ignoring the gray areas in between. Reality is often too complex to be interpreted in opposites. Lacking creativity, number 11. As they lack novelty seeking, low intelligence people also lack creativity. Creativity doesn't emerge out of a vacuum, right? The most creative people constantly expose themselves to other creative people in their fields. This way, creativity feeds on itself and produces beautiful things in the world. Lord have mercy. Lacking cognitive flexibility. Changing one's mind often is a sign of open-mindedness. It's opinion flexibility, i.e. not being rigged in one's opinion. Similarly, cognitive flexibility seems not to bring rigid in one's ways of thinking. In one's way of thinking, right? Cognitive flexibility is the ultimate goal of cognitive behavior therapy. The ones who develop it can significantly improve their mental health. Some of these niggas, boys, Lord have mercy. Short-term thinking. Low intelligence people are constantly unable to overcome the desire for constant gratification. They frequently turn a blind eye to the long-term consequences of their present behaviors. Number 14, poor decision-making. People who lack critical thinking skills and low IQs, these guys specialize in poor decision-making. I know, I used to be one of them. It said we all make poor decisions from time to time, but low intelligence people consistently fail to weigh the pros and cons of their decisions. Number 15, unrealistic thinkers. The more in alignment a person's mind is with reality, the more smarter they are. Being out of touch with reality is a sure sign of low intelligence. And number 16, poor interpersonal skills. Being able to deal effectively with people is also a sign of high intelligence. Low intelligence people lack key social skills, such as having a win-win mentality. These guys don't have a win-win mentality. Being empathetic, good communication skills, having emotional intelligence, ability to be able to deal with criticism. They can't do that. Ability to understand sarcasm. You know, I am a professional sarcastic person. I am so sarcastic on my shows. Dudes come over here and get mad and get pissed off. They don't even understand when I'm being sarcastic and when I'm not. And they take it personal and get mad and want to threaten me.
True.
Ability to see things from another perspective. Let's give this a round of applause. Let's drop these phone lines, man. I don't know how many likes we have, but let's drop these phone lines. We need 14 more likes. Let's drop the phone lines. We need 14 more likes. We need 14 more likes. This is what you're arguing with online. This is what you're arguing with online. This is why I talk the way I talk to these niggas. Literally. They don't represent me. I'm not of their tribe. They don't represent me and I'm not of their tribe. If I can't identify with you here from an intellectual standpoint, there's nothing to talk about.
True.
There's nothing to talk about. You get what I'm saying? I'm just letting it be known. Let me get to the super chats. Sorry about that. Shout out to Boxing Fanatic.
Hey, okay.
We're dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, why is Blue and the LDBC guys going at the monster? It's legal in Japan, so what? They are making excuses before the fight. I asked him, are you worried, cool boy? Are you worried, cool boy coach gonna spike his water too? It's crazy. I mean, again, I just read to you, a person that's a victim, they're always going to find a way to become a victim in a situation. Someone that's a victor is always going to find a way to where they're going to win in a situation. You get what I'm saying? That's the difference between the victim mentality. You know what I mean? That's the difference between the victim mentality and someone who has a winner mentality. Cool boy don't need no sympathy from nobody. He's a bad boy. He's the definition of a slick black fighter. If there's anybody that can beat Inoue the monster, it's Cool Boy Stealth. I believe in his skill set and capability to be able to go in there and win. I'm pulling for him. You get what I'm saying? But when you come in there, when you come in there already, you get what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. We finna get ready to drop the phone line. Shout out to Gloria Day and the Mighty Set Trips.
Gloria Day and the Set Trips.
These niggas don't play. These niggas don't play.
We don't play.
You ain't heard, baby. So they swerving on. No faking and no snitching. And repping hard for the set. Oh, mamas, it ain't no lie. Because niggas gonna bust. Niggas gonna bust.
But nobody, nigga, I got a move on right, and I'm finna shoot that motherfucker. Ain't nobody gonna stop us from making this movie happen. Nobody. The white man, the Asiatic black man, whatever. Niggas, whatever. Crackers, Jews, Chicos, Spicks, whatever. Whatever racial insult you want to use, it ain't gonna stop Coach Malachi. My work ethic and my drive is going to be the reason why I'm successful. Let me go ahead and drop these phone lines, man. Phone lines open, man. 530-494-9636. 530-494-9636. Caller, what's your name when you calling from?
Baltimore, how you feel?
I'm feeling good. What's your name is, fam, again? The phone went out.
Oh shit, fat, just fat.
Oh, Fast and Be More. Talk to me, fam.
Shit cooler, man. Yeah, boy, they fucked Maxi Hughes last night, boy. No Vaseline. Put him against the wall, handcuffs on, crazy glue on his lips. I don't understand how they could even get that fight to Kambosos. I had fell asleep halfway through it, but when I woke up and finished watching the rest on YouTube, because I had it 5-1. Maxi Hughes going to the seventh round. I was like, God damn, he getting washed. And then when I got up and finished scoring the fight, I had it 9-3 Maxi Hughes. I was like, I don't know what the hell they talking about, man. But we know what the fix is in for. They trying to set up the Kambosos and Lomachenko fight.
Yeah.
Which I don't really get, but it is what it is. Oh, and I want to speak on the whole card. Keyshawn Davis did a thing last night. I was impressed with his defense. I'm not a real fan of I get you having fun in there, but I'm not really a fan of the airplane and in between rounds. Like, you got to push you to go back to your corner, bro. Like, it's one thing to be winking and smiling at the dude talking shit in there within that 3 minutes while y'all in y'all fire. Hell yeah, do what you need to do. But when it's time to go back to your corner, bro, go back to your corner. Cause now I'm thinking, okay, well, you don't respect this dude, so get him out of there. We shouldn't be watching y'all then. If you feel like that, you ain't respecting him like that to go back to your corner, get him the fuck out of there. But Patera he wasn't a cherry pick. He was a good opponent.
Yeah,
but I want to see Keyshawn. Yeah, I want to see Keyshawn continue to step it up, though. You know what I mean? If you feel like that, he ain't supposed to be in there, you doing an airplane and shit. Okay, cool. Keep stepping it up then. I want to see if you're going to do it against some guys who you do respect, because it ain't going to be like that if you respect them. You know what I mean? So
now you're right about that.
That was a good. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, but that was a good showcase fight for him. And if I'm Shakur Stevenson, man, because it's looking like he don't got no fight. If I'm him, I think he should do a Tank Davis experiment. I think you should. I think he's saying Devin, he's vacating the belt. Lomachenko clearly ducked you. He's saying he don't want to fight you, and clearly him and Kambosos, they must got some shake agreed upon deal behind the scenes that we ain't know about. So, it's looking like they lining up to fight each other. If I'm him, I'd take my show on the road and fight that dude Burchek, whatever that dude that's high ranked in WBO right now. Fight that dude at the Barclays. Sell it out. See if you can sell it out, because clearly you the headliner. We don't even know that dude. So not to say he a bump, but we just don't know him. So see if you can sell that out. Sell out the Barclays. Take your show on the road, man. And then after that, I would like to see a Jermaine Ortiz fight, or let's just say Lomachenko do grab the WBC belt. See if you can get Lomachenko at Madison Square Garden after that on pay-per-view. You know what I mean? If not, then get grab Ortiz or somebody like that to build your name up. But fighting, going after all these dudes backstage, and they saying they already got plans available, and for some reason you and Devin couldn't come to agreement to make the fight happen. Yeah, just go ahead and try to build your name up that way, man. Because these dudes, just saying their names and they already got opponents, or you ain't accept this contract, or you think you worth more. Well, you know, you had to go out. You gonna have to go about your work another way, bro. But I appreciate the call, Coach.
All right, shout out to Fat from B-More. I'm trying to hold on, I'm trying to see something, guys. Hold on. All right, let me do this. I'm trying to see something. I'm trying to I think this guy had like 35 fights Keyshawn fought last night. Just trying to see what his record is. Not sure. I think he had like 35 fights. Okay, my bad. He had 32 fights. So this guy that Keyshawn fought last night, Francesca Patera, he you know, he's from Germany. He's from Belgium. This guy's from Germany. He had 32 fights. So you have a guy that's 9-0. Keyshawn Davis is 9-0, and he's fighting a guy with 32 professional fights. So, you know, again, you're not going to knock these guys. Like when you're fighting fighters like that have that type of experience, you're not just going to get those guys out of there. You know, I'm just being honest with you, man. Like, you know, these prospects, you know, some of them, they feel like, well, I'm going to get in there and knock this dude out. And it's like, no, man, you ain't going to knock everybody out. You get what I'm saying? It don't work that way. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Napash, what is bopping off with you, Coach? How you doing? It's been a minute.
Yes, sir. What's going on, fam? Napash, talk to me, fam. Where you calling from?
Man, you know I'm calling from Ohio.
Man, Ohio, stand up.
Yeah, you already know, man. What I wanted to say is, first of all, I got a couple of things to hit off is, you know, I'm looking for Stephen Fulton, cool boy, to really put on a good fight. But you already know that dude, Inoue is going to come hard. The main thing is that I'm a little bit worried about Cool Boy and his attrition when it gets to the 8th or 9th round because he moves so much. He's throwing so many jabs. But, I mean, he gets through. But, man, that dude going to come hard at him, Coach. He's going to come hard. He's going to come hard, and he got good feet. Now, it's not just that he's going to be winging punches. He is not an East Side Cruz. You know, can hit hard or just come winging punches. This dude got some skills to him. He has a plan, you know, and he follows through. You know, just throw his plan out the window when he gets hit. And we already know Cool Boy don't got, you know, the heaviest power, but he got that connect percentage, and that's what's important to me right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So how do you see this fight playing out? Do you see that because Cool Boy is the bigger guy, he does have a 3-inch reach advantage. How do you see it playing out? You see it, Cool Boy, just long as he show up and fight the way he normally fights, he'll win this fight between Inoue, or do you feel he need to, because he's fighting in enemy territory, he need to step it up a little bit? How do you see it?
He cannot go in there fighting how he normally fights, right? Because we do see a lot of connect percentage, and it comes from his jab. Now, this is exactly what I see. Since he does have that 3-inch advantage, he needs to take it, right? But by him being the bigger guy, and not only being a bigger guy, just like the boogeyman Crawford said, he's a bigger guy with skills, though.
Yeah.
So he wanted to make sure people understood that when Crawford said that, he's like, oh, yeah, he's the bigger guy, but that's not the only reason why he's going to win. He's the bigger guy with skills. So this is exactly what I'm looking for, is for Cool Man to keep it in the middle of the ring, move laterally, but not just laterally, move laterally, diagonal, come back in on the angle, keep his jab, and keep that jab going low and back high. Soon as the Inoue comes in, steps forward, the jab comes up high. As soon as Inoue tries to turn or move, the jab goes to the body, and Fulton moves with him and then steps out, steps back around. But he's not stepping away. He's just stepping out and coming around. If he does that more often than not, and not just do a whole bunch of jabs and start, you know, because he'll start wearing out just a little bit at 9th round. He always does.
Yeah.
He always does. And I, you know, he's been doing it for years like that. And I always get all funny in the stomach. I'm like, come on, Steven, don't do that. But this is something he does. He feels,
and you know, it's probably because he's, when you do a lot of moving, it's like he's moving a lot. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, as the fight go on, you eventually, you know, you're a human, you're going to get fatigued no matter how much in shape you are. So that's what it is. That's why he kind of like fades late in fights, because against those serious pressure fighters. Like when Brandon Figueroa was on him, like I thought Brandon Figueroa won the fight myself. I thought he won via split decision. But I wasn't mad that Cool Boy won because it was a close fight, this and that. Brandon Figueroa pushed the pace. He was on him, like he was on Cool Boy the entire fight. And Cool Boy was on the ropes a lot. We're fighting off the ropes, spinning and this and that. But that's neither here nor there. Cool Boy won the fight. But just my thing is, eventually you're going to get tired when you're moving like that on that back foot. You got to be in a hell of a shape to be able to do that for 12 rounds. And then on top of that, constantly working as well. Hey, Napas, thank you for calling, fam, from Ohio, man. We got other calls calling in. Salute, fam. Ohio, stand up. You get what I'm saying, guys? So the thing is this guy right here. Now, this is what I've been hearing. I've been hearing stuff like just this week alone. Oh man, this dude Japanese don't have punching power like that. I had a guy hit me up on I ain't gonna say his name. I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. I don't want to throw nobody under the bus. Cool Boy Steph right here, right? Cool Boy, slick black fighter. This dude right here, he'll bad now. This dude right here, bad boy now, out of Philly. But now the thing is, I'm gonna tell you something. Sometimes those Philly fighters, they like to fight. A lot of those Philly fighters, they have that dog in them, and they like to have that bite down, and they're gonna sit there and fight you in the pocket if they have to. They'll get it down if they have to, right? Cool Boy only have 8 KOs. They say because this guy's aging when he ain't supposed to have no punching power like that. Agents don't have no punching power like that. You can imagine what group is saying that. Because you're Asian, you're not allowed to have punching power. You can't make this shit up. Caller, what's your name when you're calling from?
It's Jerry from Baltimore, Coach.
Jerry from Baltimore, talk to me.
I thought Figueroa won that fight also. He's going to have his hands full over there. That guy he's like Mayweather over there. It's going to be difficult for him to box and win a decision. If he boxes, he's going to have a high punch output. Because one thing about Inoue is he throws a fair amount of punches. He's a pretty aggressive fighter. And, he's a hero over there. Just like we see bad decisions here, they happen there. I'm not saying it'll be a bad decision. I'm just saying if he boxes him, he's really going to have to really do a number on him to win, I think. But like you said, and it's a good point, Philly fighters usually have a mean streak. And since he is bigger, I think it would serve him well to maybe not sit and trade with the monster, but he's going to have to stand his ground and stand and deliver at times in order to win, if barring a knockout, of course.
Right. Because this is how I look at it, right? Like if Cool Boy is pretty much letting the smaller guy dictate the pace, pushing him, making him like, I'm not physically pushing him, but pushing the tempo a little bit, have him on the back foot. I'm going to look at it like, okay, this is a smaller guy. You the bigger guy. Why are you backing up like this against a smaller guy? You should be able to impose your will on him. You get what I'm saying? I'm just saying that could be one of the things that some judges may look at. You and I both know, Jerry, judges score things differently. So I'm anxious to find out how does he go about attacking this, attacking a new way, and vice versa, defensively, all of that from both guys. I'm really, really intrigued about this fight. I really am.
Me too. I think it's going to be a good fight. It's a good matchup. Kudos to both of them. But I hope there's no glove controversy because really there shouldn't be much controversy. Those raps, they're allowed to rap like that in Vegas and several commissions around the United States. Yeah. And that's the rules there. And I don't think they're just going to last minute change the rule, especially for their prodigy son. I mean, that's the rule there. When you sign the fight there, you gotta find out what the deal is. I mean, that's the job of your people. And he's allowed to rap the same way. And I can tell you, man, that does not make your hand like a cast. It's gauze and it's tape. Gauze and tape are not cast. I don't give a fuck how many times you put them around there. What's his name? The Mexican dude that does all the raps. He was talking about it the other day, and I've heard
Robert Garcia.
Well, I've heard Robert Garcia talk about it. He says he raps according to the commission. He says if the commission allows those type of raps, that's how he raps. But nah, this was his name.
You talking about Stitch Duran? No, that's not.
Stitch, yeah, Stitch, yeah. And he was saying, yeah, I mean, it's tape, man. You know, but no, you can't put it around your knuckles, though. That's where you can maybe, you know, reinforce the knuckles. But you know, hopefully that doesn't become any type of controversy. You know, and that'll be that. But also, yeah, Kambosos, he lost that fight, man. And this is why guys like me don't really credit Devin Haney all that well, because he won that undisputed crown. I'm saying, man, he won in one fight against a guy that was never a top 5 lightweight. He might not even have been top 10. He's a guy that pulled an upset. He was a 14-1 underdog against Lopez. Lopez had a bad night. I ain't going to make excuses for him, but he pulled an upset. He's a tough guy, Kambosos. He's a tough son bitch, but he's super limited. Like you said, he just did the same shit over and over. And then he throws his punches like he's a puncher. I can't understand it. He should be using speed, and because he's a small lightweight anyway. He's small for that weight, from what I can see. But he goes in there punching like he's a real puncher, and he becomes very predictable. And all he really can rely on is his toughness. So Shakur Stevenson beat the brakes off of him. I don't see him beating anybody up around there, nowhere or even around there.
I totally agree, man. Shout out to Jerry, man, for being more, man. Salute, fam. Thank you for calling the show, Jerry. I totally agree. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people are saying, yeah, man, this is why we don't give Devin Haney no credit. He ain't fought nobody. Man, he came at the right time. Look, dog, he had. Listen, this is the arguments that I hear about Devin Haney. Look, man, he came at the right time, dog. He was gifted a belt. Lomachenko gave it to him, and then he came to top rank at the right time. The war, all of a sudden, there was a war in Ukraine. Lomachenko couldn't fight. He came in and fought a C-class fighter who had a lucky night and beat Teofimo Lopez. And you get what I'm saying? So, you know, so that's what they're gonna say. That's what people that's what they saying. But I'm not a part of the Devin Haney Defense League. I let the LDBC do that. I'll call him. What's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Jamie.
Jamie from New York, talk to me.
Coach. Well, I got
your phone breaking up. Your phone breaking up.
Really?
What did he say?
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I got 3 things for you, Coach.
Okay.
Number 1, Cool Boy looked embarrassed to me more than anything else.
Yeah. He was embarrassed.
Very uncomfortable up there.
Yeah, he was. You saw the look. You saw the look on his face. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's feeling something. He's like, what's this guy doing? You know what I'm saying? He tried to keep it low.
Your phone breaking up again.
Oh man, I'll call back. I'll call back.
All right, shout out to James from New York. So I mean, we gotta. I think what we gotta do, dog, is this here, man. We gotta get out of this victimhood mentality talk in boxing. We got to get out of this victim mentality talk. I never heard the shit is crazy to me. I'm pulling for Cool Boy to win. Period. Cool Boy say, look, man, I'm the bigger fighter, stronger fighter. Take that power away from him. What does he got? He cannot box me, this and that. So guess what? I'm holding Cool Boy to that. Again, I'm not upset with Cool Boy. It's his trainer. Cool Boy clearly looked upset up there. Like, he was like, oh, my God, I can't believe that nigga said it. And then check this out. The trainer, did you hear what the trainer said? The trainer said, listen, man, I talked to Cool Boy. He said he didn't want me to say anything about this. I'm not supposed to say anything, but I'm going to say it anyways. So him and Cool Boy had no spoke about this already. Look, man, the man said don't say nothing about it. The trainer took it upon himself. No, dog, I'm gonna say something. Cool Boy looking like, man, oh my God. Shout out to my sister Food Revolution. Call her, what's your name? You calling from?
What's going on, Coach? This is Jay from the Bay, man.
Jay from the Bay, talk to me.
Yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying about the victim mentality, man, and I'm right on board with that shit, yo. I don't all that excuse making and, you know what I'm saying, shit like that before you get in there. But on the other hand, I'm like, I feel his trainer and his
his management team, his team are doing what they're supposed to do, right? I don't know if the hand wraps are stacked illegally. I mean, you know, we saw a homeboy last night, and he was going over the wraps and saying that, oh, you know, it's not supposed to be on the skin. So I don't necessarily know. He looked like it was not supposed to be like that. You know what I'm saying? So I guess I got to kind of just take, you know what I'm saying, Tim Bradley's word on that. I'm not saying he's cheating, but it seems like the rules might not leave it up for interpretation as far as tape can or cannot be on the skin. It either can or cannot. Is the fight going to get canceled? Man, we know. Hell no. But I feel like, hey, that's a little bit, hell no. But that's a little bit of gamesmanship, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, his team is putting it out there. We don't necessarily believe you cheating, but we not finna let nothing extra go down. And I gotta respect that from his team.
I remember when Robert Garcia, like Floyd Mayweather, like the same stuff that they said that Inoue is doing. I remember Robert Garcia one time was, I think when he was fighting Maidana or somebody. I think maybe it was Maidana. They were talking about how Floyd, they didn't like how Floyd was wrapping his hands. Hey, no, man, we don't like no. You can't wrap your hands like that. Like a lot of these guys, they don't remember these things. When it supports their narrative, they push it. When it doesn't support their narrative, they conveniently forget that, hey man, Floyd Mayweather was doing the same damn thing. So it's kind of like Robert Garcia was right there talking about Floyd, like, look, man, you ain't supposed to be doing this and this and that. So is it illegal? Is it not illegal? We don't know. You get what I'm saying? But come on, man. Like, I mean, my thing is, if his team had concerns, why didn't they just go talk to the commissioner themselves? Why come up 2 days before the fight?
And that's why I believe it's a little bit of gamesmanship.
Yeah.
That's why I believe it's a little bit of gamesmanship. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like saying, hey, we see something going on, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to bring it to the light, even though it might not necessarily be crossing the line, but it might be right up against the line. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I feel his team is trying to just kind of get in the head of a new age camp and things like that. So I mean, at the end of the day, the fight's going to happen. There's too much money being made on both sides for it not to happen over some hand wraps. And especially now, they're going to pay attention to it. So I don't believe nothing's going to slide on that regard. So it's going to be all good on that. With Devin Haney, yeah, some people can say that Kambosos is a one-hit wonder. Yeah. But it's like, hey, like we also got to remember, though, Haney was calling out a lot of guys. Yeah. He would go to the Ryan Garcia fights, right? He was calling out Tank. He said Loma fight me, and Loma didn't want to fight him. I understand why Loma didn't want to fight him, you know, whether I agree with that or not, but he was calling these guys out. So I don't necessarily agree with the argument that, that Haney came at the right time. Now, Haney wanted to smoke. Yeah. It's just that guys, for whatever reason, did not want to fight him. Not saying it was ducking. It could have been business. It could have been side of the street. You know what I'm saying? But he was calling these guys out, though. You know, he wanted to fade.
Yeah, I remember Ryan Garcia had beat Luke Campbell and became the WBC intern champion, and he was supposed to fight Devin Haney next. Instead of fighting Devin Haney, he dropped the belt and said he was suffering from mental health issues.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you know, Haney, you know, he gonna put that to rest. He gonna fight champions, but you know, I mean, it is what it is. Everybody got their opinion. You know, I'm gonna let that. You know, boxing will eventually solve and fix its own problems. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be now, whether it be in the future, like this fight that's coming up next week, it's going to eventually fix itself out. And to be honest, I know, you know what I'm saying, some people say, oh, this fight that's happening next week between Crawford and Spence is about 4 or 5 years too late. And honestly, I beg to differ because this fight wouldn't have been as big. I don't believe they would have made as much money. I believe it's a bigger spectacle now 4 to 5 years later. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I just feel as a boxing community, as boxing fans, sometimes waiting on a bigger fight that happens later is better for the sport than getting it right when maybe prime for prime in the fighter's prime it should happen. You know what I'm saying? Just to help grow the sport and keep it evolving in a good direction. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my 2 thoughts on it.
Shout out to Jay from the Bay. Salute, fam. Yeah, I kind of disagree with that a little bit. I think that Crawford and Spence fight, that fight should have happened right when they met, when they was face to face with each other. And Ellie Setback was recording it, and Chris Spence was talking about, you know what I mean, you too little. I promise I'll crush you. And Bud say, bet $1 million. You know what I mean? And he said, you better not try that, go to the body shit. If you try that, I got something for you. That's when that fight should have been made, when it was at its highest. If you look at Ellie Setback in the videos, that video is the highest out of all of his videos. That's when that fight should have happened. True. It would have been huge at that time. But you know, but we getting this Saturday, so we're getting this Saturday on the 29th. It is what it is. Shout out to Be the Truth.
Hey, okay.
We're dropping that quarter of a bam dub with your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, Coach, Billy Joe Saunders called out Edgar Berlanga and he wanted to fight him as a warm-up fight. If they do fight, who you got winning? Billy Joe. Billy Joe Saunders. Billy Joe Saunders is a very slick fighter. He's what I would call a slick white fighter. A slick white fighter from the UK. Billy Joe Saunders, he has the type of style that will frustrate Edgar Berlanga. Now, this is the thing, though. Billy Joe hasn't fought since Canelo broke his orbital bone. Ever since Canelo broke his orbital bone, he hasn't fought since. So, ring rust, we don't know how good he looks. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, but with everything being fair on the even playing field, I take Billy Joe Saunders 7 days a week and twice on Sunday. True. He's not going to outbox Billy Joe Saunders. I see Billy Joe Saunders frustrating Edgar Berlanga. Caller, what's your name when you calling from?
Coach Jamie. I sound better?
Yeah, you sound better now.
All right, cool. So yeah, the second thing to say to you, Coach, the Kambosos fight, I see it, so I don't know voice my opinion, but I know you know boxing. I know people know in the box, you know, boxing in the chat, and you don't cap. So if I say he lost, I believe you because, man, you know what I'm saying? These robberies, bro, happen so often that, like, we have another, and the next is like, okay. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It happens so often, bro. It's embarrassing, you know? And the last thing, Coach, you did this, you dropped this short video earlier. You looked at the camera and you're talking to Crawford and his crew, talking about you got to stop this kid. Yeah. That's real shit, man. That was ill, bro. That was some real shit. Because I'm going to tell you, that's the only way he's going to win. He knows that, bro. Those are facts, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know. He knows. And I'm glad you reminded him. Because, Coach, he needs to hear that, bro. He needs to hear that because this is a PVC event.
No, listen, he knows this. Like, when I was in Omaha, I interviewed Bowman. I dropped the interview. Yeah. And I told him this. I said, look, I told his mama, told his daddy. I was at his house. Look, man, you already know what time it is. Yeah. I spoke to Saul. They said, we already know. We ready. We know what we need to do. They said they already know what time it is.
Yeah, Coach. Yeah, seriously, respect to you. I'm glad you did that. He needed to hear that. It's good that you reminded him.
All right,
that's my call, bro. Later.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're a fighter, man, and you're fighting someone in enemy territory, and this is what I'm saying about Cool Boy Self. You went to Japan to fight, right? So, okay, you knew the risks before you went over there. You sat back and you do a risk, you do a risk assessment, right? You assess the risk, look at it, analyze it, break it down like a 57 Chevy, break down the motor block, the engine, the transmission, you know what I mean? The converters, all that stuff, right? You break it down, right? After you break it down, you say, okay, this is the decision. I'm deciding to go over here, and I'm going to decide to go over here and fight this guy. Now, once you make that decision to go over there and fight this guy, whatever risk that may be involved with you going to fight a guy in enemy territory, you assume all of those risks. You don't sit back and you analyze it, you looked at it, and you broke it down. You say, you know what? These are some of the things that I may want to have concerns with, but what is it that I can do inside of the ring to make sure I take that away? What is it that I can do inside the ring to make sure that I take that away? I got to win. I got to stop this guy. I got to dominate him. I got to beat him so bad to the point to where even if the judge was his mama, his daddy, and his baby mama, Big Booty Cheyenne, guess what? They ain't going to be able to take it from me. True. Do you get what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. That's any fighter. I would advise any fighter that's fighting someone. Like when you have fighters that come over here in America and you fight the hometown fighter in America, man, you gotta fight that guy differently. You gotta fight that guy, bro. You gotta fight the way Kambosos fought Teofimo Lopez when he beat Teofimo. You gotta fight that guy. You can't come in like business as usual. When you come in another man's home turf, guess what? If you're not the favorite fighter, you're not the A-side fighter, you're down 2 rounds before you step in the ring. That's an unwritten rule in boxing. I don't know if you guys know that. That's an unwritten rule. Look here, dog. You automatically know now. You come over there now. You fight. That's like me fighting. That's like Rick Timms, right? Rick Timms, let's say he fighting a guy. Or let's say Jason Phillips. Jason Phillips is from New York, and he's fighting a guy from California. He's fighting a guy from San Jose, California, and he's fighting a guy in San Jose, right around the corner from the neighborhood he grew up in.
True.
Surely, you must know, well, goddamn, okay, shit, you know, somebody gonna be related to him. Yeah, I know they saying the judges ain't from here. That bullshit, they still, you know, we ain't worried about that. Damn, okay, goddamn, okay. I'm probably already down 2 rounds, so I'm gonna have to fight this fight differently. You have to know that. Watch how Alexander, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Watch how Alexander Usyk fight. Look at how Alexander Usyk fought Anthony Joshua. Man, he was in Anthony Joshua with so many different punches are coming from so many different angles. Joshua did look lost, look confused in there. Now he did a lot better in the second fight than he did the first fight. But then he gassed out after he hurt Usyk with a body shot. He hurt him. After that, the 10th, 11th, and 12th round, he stepped up the gas on Joshua. Stepped up the gas on him. Went at him. You get what I'm saying? That's how you got the fight when you're the road warrior. You can't be, and this is what I'm saying. If Cool Boy come to the fighting on the back foot like he did with Figueroa, like moving around, not engaging and whatever, he's not. I don't think he's going to get a ruling like that. Understand what the judges are doing. Caller, what's your name when you're calling from?
Yeah, what up, Coach? It's Raphael 32 calling out of Toledo, Ohio.
Raphael 32 calling from Toledo. Talk to me.
Yeah, I want somebody to dial up to heaven and call Nassim Richardson down here because he was the best at catching everything. If you were off on the tape, had too little tape, had too much on the pinky or anything, he was the man to recognize what was going on. You were right about the Maidana situation. With that situation, if you remember, Floyd hired Nassim for that fight. It was Nassim who told Robert Garcia he can't rep the hands like that. A lot of fighters hired Nassim just to be the watcher for taping the hands.
I was talking about when Floyd fought Maidana. Floyd was stacking his when he was wrapping his glove. That's
I am too.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes. See, yes. We're talking about the same thing. And Nassim Richardson was he was the one hired. He caught that for Floyd, and it was the tape. You were right.
He caught
the tape, and it was the glove.
What did he catch for Floyd?
He caught like you said. They were not wrapping Maidana's hands properly.
I'm not talking about Maidana. I'm not talking about Maidana. I'm talking about when Floyd Mayweather. I'm talking about Robert Garcia.
Maidana.
Robert Garcia was complaining about how Floyd was taping his hands. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay, yeah. But also on that also though, it was Maidana had 2 issues. Maidana had the glove issue. They were saying the glove that Maidana was wearing, they were too worn out. It felt like somebody else.
I got all that. Maidana fought with the horsehair gloves. Floyd Mayweather had issues with it. We get that. He paid him $1.5 million not to use the glove. So,
and my point being is just, we need more people like that who know and recognize how the hand is supposed to be taped, because you cannot double stack anywhere in the United States. You can stack, but you can't double stack, and that's all I want to say.
All right, shout out to Raphael 32. Salute, fam. Yeah. So anyways, man. So my thing is, like somebody said in the chat, Maidana versus Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner was a house fighter in that fight. Adrian Broner was the house fighter in that fight. Adrian Broner. And Adrian Broner, he did a concert on his way to the ring fighting Maidana. Y'all remember that? AB was bouncing up and down. You know, he had a rapper there. He was about going in and out. His daddy was behind him, got in the ring, brushing his hair. At the press conference, he was saying what he was going to do to Maidana. Maidana was like, nah, man, I ain't. Maidana was like, nah, I ain't. I'm not worried about this guy. Oscar De La Hoya, that was Oscar De La, Golden Boy Promotions promoted that fight. They promoted a lot of the PBC, well, Al Heyman fighters. Well, that's when Al Heyman was over there. They was over there working with Golden Boy. That was, I think he was over there. I think that was back then though. I think that's when Stephen Espinosa. I think Stephen Espinosa was an attorney for Golden Boy at that time, like in the 2000s and stuff like that. Early part, late part of the 2000, like 2007, 2008, somewhere around that, right? But anyway, that's neither here nor there. AB was bouncing up and down. So Marcos Maidana understood, I am a heavy favorite against a heavy underdog against this guy. I have to come to fight. I got to take it to him. The way Maidana fought Adrian Broner, that's how you have to fight. That's how you have to fight. Man, listen, man, that bruh, I don't know if he fractured Adrian Broner's jaw. I remember the look that AB had on his face when and they tried to rob Maidana in that fight. They still tried to rob Maidana. They had the scores very close. I'm like, man, it seemed like they tried to score. They tried to really like Maidana won by the narrowest of margins. Was that a split decision for Maidana or was that a unanimous decision? Well, let me look this up. When Maidana fought AB, was that a split decision or a unanimous decision? What that was? You said that too was in San Antonio. Oh, that fight was in San Antonio, Castro? I didn't remember where it was at. It was in San Antonio? I'm gonna look it up right now, see what it was. Let me look it up right now. Maidana, let's see. Broner versus Maidana. Results. Well, I'm on Google right now. So it was a UD? Should have been a UD. Yeah, I've seen it right here. Say Adrian Broner, Marcos Maidana won unanimous decision. I think it was kind of close. I want to see what the scores were. What the scores were though. That was December 14, 2013. They fought in San Antonio. The brother was right. I'm trying to think where. I want to see what the exact scores were though. See, it was a blowout. Yeah, because did you see the way Maidana fought Adrian Broner? Bruh, did you see the way Maidana fought Adrian Broner? He fought Adrian Broner like his life depended on it. He like, dude, I don't care what nobody say. I'm gonna beat the brakes off of you. Man, listen, if I was to describe Marcos Maidana to a cartoon character, he was the Tasmanian Devil that night. That man was hitting Adrian Broner from angles that he didn't even prepare for. Adrian Broner coming in there, his daddy brushing his hair, he bouncing up and down, and Maidana was like, man, I'm finna beat the brakes off you, dog. They were saying that Adrian Broner was the second coming of Floyd Mayweather. Y'all remember that? AB he was supposed to be the second. That's how they was marketing him. He's the second Floyd Mayweather. He had the rappers bringing him to the stage, bringing him to the ring. He had all his jewelry. He was ripping money up, flushing it down the toilet. Yeah, I don't keep nothing. I don't keep no change less than $100 bill. What you say? 115, 110, 116.09, 117.09. Okay, he won a clean sweep there. I thought they would try. I thought, you know what? For some reason, Kim Chi, I thought they tried to rob Maidana. I'm probably thinking about another fight. My bad. Man, that man, listen, man, that man beat AB like a Hebrew slave. That man beat the brakes off AB. AB was shocked. Bruh, like AB was, man, AB, this man was throwing punches. Bruh, do you know what got me? Marcos Maidana, what I loved about him in that fight, to me, that was my favorite fight of Marcos Maidana. If there's any fight that was my favorite, it was that fight. Now, I lost money on Adrian Broner. I betted on Adrian Broner. I lost money on him. I did. I thought AB, because I'm not going to lie, I got caught up in the hype. I saw AB talking about, yeah, boy, I'm going to beat your motherfucking ass. You act like you don't know English. Yeah, you understand English. He said, you gonna know English when I get to whooping your ass. Like the press conference, I was like, man, god damn, boy, AB talking trash. You know, AB from the hood. You know, so everybody ride with AB. He from the hood. We like AB. We like AB, right? Everybody ride with AB. He from the hood. That's what I'm talking about. But he represent us, this and that. This a Floyd wannabe. This is Floyd little brother, Floyd Mayweather little brother. All the rappers walking up to the stage. Rick Ross, all that there. Doggone Marcos Maidana just came to the ring with it was him and Robert Garcia. True. Nothing flashy. He didn't have no rappers bringing him to the ring. He didn't have no celebrities. It was just Marcos Maidana and Robert Garcia. Hey, he didn't have none of that. You know, he didn't have no Rick Ross. He didn't have no ice. His daddy wasn't brushing his hair. It wasn't no mariachi band from Mexico, even though I know Marcos Maidana from Argentina. It wasn't none of that. It was just regular old Marcos Maidana. Him and Robert Garcia. But he had everybody fooled. Everybody thought Marcos Maidana was going to lose. He fooled everybody, dog. Caller, what's your name when you calling from?
What up, Coach? Max from New York.
What's your name is?
Max from New York.
Max from New York. Talk to me, fam.
Yeah, man, Coach, man. Listen, I saw what you put up on your channel yesterday and on Twitter too, man. I'm highly disappointed in the sport of boxing. Last night, literally, man, this has never happened to me. I literally got sick. I felt like I was going to throw up after that decision. You know, it made me think of something, Coach, and I don't know where you stand on this. It made me realize why boxing, and mind you, we have a great year, but why boxing is kind of losing to the UFC and MMA. Because you don't typically see stuff like this happening in the UFC. You know what I mean? And when you do see a bogus call like this happening, Dana White is the first person on the podium not ducking the smoke and saying, hey, yo, this is definitely not the right call. These guys need to run it back. But unfortunately for Maxi Hughes, that's not the case.
Yeah.
I was hearing another content creator talking about, you know, Maxi Hughes was looking for a boxing gym for his training camp when he got here to the States. You know what I mean? Like ESPN and Top Rank, this was, I feel like this was in the books, Coach. This was already set from the get-go. You feel me? Kambosos signed this deal with Top Rank, and they bring a guy from across the pond to this state over here to fight. And man, it just broke my heart, man. Like legit, it broke my heart, and I felt so bad for this guy who, you know, probably will never hear from him again, knowing how the machine works. But Coach, what I really want to know your thoughts in regards to that, man. Do you think this hurts? I think even the casual fans, you know what I mean? The people that tune in then and there to fights when stuff like that happens, it just more indication for me, because I do watch UFC, MMA, Bellator, and stuff like that. I don't typically see this type of stuff happen over there. I'd like your take on that.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it is what it is. It's a sport of boxing. It happens. It's not going to stop happening. This wasn't the first time nor the last time. Some people would say it wasn't the biggest robbery in the world. You know, the reason why I feel kind of bad for Maxi is because I know what it is. When you're that fighter that's coming up and you're trying to, you know, get these shots, these opportunities, this fight meant a lot to him. And I felt like the wrong guy won the fight. George Kambosos did not win that fight, in my opinion. But the reality of the situation is he did win. Yeah, there was some home cooking. It was the cards was already pretty much especially that guy that had George Kambosos winning 117, 111. Like you had him winning 9 rounds to 3. Yeah, that was just come on, man. So it is what it is. George Kambosos was not going to lose that fight last night. Outside of him being knocked down 3 or 4 times in that fight or getting knocked out. Outside of that, he wasn't going to lose. But shout out to Max from New York,
Coach,
man. Go ahead.
Coach, can I ask you one more point? I call Kambosos the Buster Douglas of this era, but I got one more point I want you to speak on too. I don't know if you're a fan of Teddy Atlas, but Teddy Atlas has been very vocal over the last couple of months about starting some type of petition. I'm familiar with it. To oversee the sport of boxing. Do you think that's something logical that can really happen?
No. I give you a quick answer.
Okay.
No, that ain't gonna happen. It ain't happening.
Okay.
Hey, shout out to Max from New York, man. That ain't gonna happen, Max,
For sure,
because
for sure.
they definitely what they gonna do is, boxing don't want no kind of, it's like trying to clean up boxing, Max, is like somebody trying to clean up politics. You got one group of voters says, hey man, the Democrats is the good party, the Republicans is the bad party. You have another group, well, we just got to clean the swamp up, get rid of the swamp and this and that, this and that. You're not going to get rid of the swamp. And every politician that gets involved in politics, you will be consumed by it. Democrat or Republican, doesn't matter. Same shit. Everybody on the same team. So you're not gonna clean that up. It's just not going to happen. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's just not going to happen. I'm just being honest with you. I don't see it happening. So, but anyways, Marcos Maidana. Back to Marcos Maidana. Marcos Maidana put hands and foots on Adrian Broner. Oh, you're a Floyd Mayweather wannabe, huh? This man had all the rap world. Adrian Broner probably was. And listen, I met Adrian Broner, dog. I met Adrian Broner. And this might be looked upon as disrespect to Adrian Broner fans. But the fact of the matter is this. Adrian Broner is probably one of the biggest frauds in boxing. True. And I'm going to break it down to you. Now Adrian Broner fight anybody now. But he never lived up to the hype. Never. Caller, what's your name when you calling from?
Martin from Oakland.
Martin from Oakland. Talk to me, fam.
Yeah, all this judging controversy, man. That shit, I'm sick of that bullshit, man. It's literally what's fucking up boxing. Because, like you said, because of corruption, you can't get around it because all the trainers, all the managers, all the fighters, current and ex-fighters, all have promotional companies, all have ties to networks. So even if you started getting, some fresh blood in there to, judge these fights, these motherfuckers are also fighting paid for it. So it's kind of like, what can you really do other than, like you said, take it out of the judge's hands and win by knockout, which isn't an option for most fighters.
I can't hear you, man. You sound like you faded, like you far away or something.
Oh, my bad. I'll call back on.
All right. Shout out to Marv from Oakland. Yeah, man, but you get what I'm saying? Like, dude, like, that man ain't been the same. Like, this ain't no disrespect to AB, but let's look at it. Manny Pacquiao beat him. Mikey Garcia beat him. Marcos Maidana, a guy. As a matter of fact, what was the odds in that fight? What was the odds in that fight? Adrian Broner was favored by what? That was December 2013. What? Let's see what's up. Adrian Broner was a minus 500. Adrian Broner was a minus 500 in this fight. Caller, what's your name? You calling from?
Oh, this is Raheem, DC coach.
Raheem from DC, talk to me.
Yeah, I was on the internet earlier, right? And I was looking at Maxi Hughes' documentary, right? Mm-hmm. He was up to like almost his 18th fight. He had a full-time job, and he was from England. He was going up and down the coast, boxing, training, trying to get on. And then finally, like I forgot the guy that he beat. He beat like he won a fight that he posted lost, but he won, and that's when he got sponsored. These are the stories that make last night sad.
Yeah.
Where you hear people that like this loss last night cost Maxi Hughes probably, I can't even put a number on. And it's just like the guy that lost to Rolly. That old man, I don't know how old he is. He looks 50. But if he would have beat Rolly, guarantee he probably would have had a shot against maybe Ryan, maybe Teofimo. He could have just cashed out. He said, okay, I'm the champion. Give me $5 million, and he's from, I forgot what country he's from, but he could have took that $5 million down to Nicaragua and lived like a king for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
But when you have these scorecards like this, I basically what I'm saying is that I want to see the rest of Maxi Hughes' career, because this right here is a hard pill to swallow. That I trained the hardest, I worked the hardest, I ran the hardest. I mean, and then everybody say you won, champ, and then three people who I don't know these judges just rob you like that. It's hard to get back on that bicycle. And I just seen his little story earlier. It just made me like, damn, it's just treat me fair. You know, like he said last night. He said the way I look at now, I never had a shot with a judge. I 117 won to 111. I only won 3 rounds.
Yeah.
He's like, I thought I would have stayed in England for that. So, coach, I don't know what we got to do. I don't know what. Maybe 5 judges. I don't know. It just something's going to have to change. And that's all I got to say, coach. It is hard to me that when I see the old man lose against Rolly, and then last night it's like it's getting too frequent now to me. I mean, maybe I'm just paying attention more.
Yeah.
But it's getting too frequent with these robberies now. But coach, I'm gonna get off and let you go. But if you got any what would you recommend? But I'm gonna get off and let you go to the next caller though. But thanks, coach.
All right, salute, fam. Shout out to Raheem from DC. I mean, there are several things you can do, man. But I mean, you could probably put new. See, the thing is, it's like the same people who talk about racism and white supremacy, right? They say, well, racism and white supremacy is a system. It doesn't matter who you put in that system. They're going to always conform to the rules of engagement when it comes to racism and white supremacy. Well, if you believe that narrative, that's fine. Boxing is the same way. Doesn't matter who you put in it. It's the same thing. Boxing is a system. It's a business. It's a system that's set up to be corrupt. That's just what it is. So, I mean, unless you destroy it and rebuild it from scratch, there's nothing you're going to be able to do about it. You know, so, and my suggestion is very unrealistic. I want to show you guys something, though. Y'all see this? It said Broner versus Maidana betting odds in preview. Adrian Broner takes on Marcos Maidana tomorrow night in a WBA welterweight showdown. Broner's the favorite, but is this the fight where he winds up exposed? They were questioning whether Adrian Broner was going to get exposed in this fight back in 2013. True. This guy named Tom Craze, he wrote this article. They were questioning whether AB was going to get exposed then. They were like, man, I don't know about this. Now, this dude right here, the Tasmanian Devil. They was questioning that right then. Let's go back and look at some revisionist history. It said, given the noise that surrounded the rise to prominence of boxing's latest self-proclaimed heir apparent, it's no surprise. He said, it's of no surprise that Adrian Broner, 27-0 with 22 KOs, is once again a heavy favorite going into Saturday's Showtime main event against Marcos Maidana. Did you see what it say right here? It said, giving the noise that was coming from the Floyd Mayweather team, the Mayweather Promotions, giving the noise that surrounded the rise to prominence of boxing's latest self-proclaimed heir apparent. I think what's the name I think Adrian Broner was a top ranked. No, he was a Golden Boy fighter, if I'm not mistaken. I think he was a Golden Boy fighter at this time as well, because PBC didn't come around until 2015. Al Heyman was working over there with Golden Boy at that time. He was over there with Golden Boy. That's why Floyd was fighting. That's why Golden Boy was promoting a lot of his fights. And he was fighting all Golden Boy fighters. Oscar De La Hoya. He fought Canelo Alvarez, stuff like that. Robert the Ghost. He fought. That's why. You know what I mean? But now it says giving the noise that was surrounded, meaning the hype. This guy Adrian Broner received a lot of hype. I had to go back and look at some of these fights that he won where he became champion. Those guys was nobody. True. Those guys was really like, they wasn't even on his level. Well, let's continue. These were set-up fights. Well, let's continue. More notable, perhaps, is the belief that finally the problem has run into a challenge that won't be as straightforward as the lopsided betting odds suggest it would be on paper. there's a sizable percentage of observers that are waiting for a Broner fall, and given a relatively disjointing showing last time out against the awkward Paulie Malignaggi, he said a growing belief that Maidana could be the man to expose the Cincinnati native as more a Jeff Lacey than a Floyd Mayweather Jr. People were questioning Adrian Broner then. You see that? Y'all saw that? People were like, man, I don't know, man. This dude here, man, but this dude, they were thinking that Adrian Broner was a hype job then at that time. True. That's why I wanted to go back and read this article. I had to go back and read this article. They were saying that back then. It says there's a strong argument that says the Argentinian is the highest quality opponent put in front of Broner to date. And as such, the 1 in 5 is the biggest price we've seen him quoted at since the Ponce de Leon fight back in March of 2011. Well, Broner went off at around a slim -150. The combination, though, of a widely varying caliber of subsequent opposition and Broner simply getting pretty much getting the better as pretty much as it meant that a ballpark figure of -150 isn't a price that has been said. So they're going back looking at what he was scored at before in the past. As you can see, when we go back and look at 2013, they was questioning AB being a fraud back then. True. They were saying, people were like, man, I don't know, man, Marcus Maidana may be the wrong cherry this time. Look at the arrogant look on Adrian Broner's face. Y'all remember that? Marcus Maidana, look at his humble. I made the weight, man. I'm happy to be here. Look at him. Let's see Bernard Hopkins back there. B-Hop back there. Everybody thought this guy, everybody, the whole hood betted on AB. I ain't gonna lie, boy. I lost by $300? But the whole hood betted on AB, dog. But the hood was with AB, boy. The hood. But we was with AB, the rappers, and everything. Well, the hood was with AB, with the rappers. I think Rick Ross or Rich Homie Quan brought him to the stage. I could have been Rick Ross or Rich Homie Quan. Somebody brought him to the stage. You get what I'm saying?
Shut that soft ass shit up. And the best man to win. That's some soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got the. Man, shut that soft ass shit up.
That's all I'm saying. That AB right there was the guy, right? But when I go back and look at it, if you look at Adrian Broner's resume, and I sat back, I looked at a lot of his fights, he really wasn't that great. He wasn't. Man was in a bunch of setup fights. Like Clubber Lang told Rocky, he said he didn't want to fight no real man. He want to fight them setups. This is the last call. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, Coach, it's Rick. How's your Sunday?
Rick, talk to me.
Yeah, man. First off, Coach, for all the podcasts I listen to in boxing, I have to give you, man, your praise. Listen, man, the amount of entertainment that you put into like storytelling in regards to like reliving like the Adrian Broner Maidana fight, other episodes that you had, that you have the storytelling quality with fucking precise humor, bruh. You on point, man, my guy. You on point. Next thing, fucking Kambosos, fucking Maxi, yeah, man. Corruption in boxing. It used to bug me big time. I used to get really invested, vexed, like want to put holes into drywall type shit. But now I just accept it. It is what it is. As you said, like, there's going to be shitty fucking fights that are called with corrupt fucking judges, refs doing their shit like fucking weeks with Rolly. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But what I'm hoping for, I'm gladly looking for, is for Shakur to put the beating on Mr. Emperor Kambosos, who's a hoax, a straight up hoax. So when Shakur puts his, as you say, his hands and his paws on him, bruh, it's gonna be over. over for Kambosos, and then hopefully then they'll make the Lomachenko Shakur fight. If not, hopefully Loma doesn't retire by then.
All right. Well, shout out to Rick from Toronto. Salute, fam. I'm just saying though, like when I sat back and thought about it, bro, I'm like, this the AB right here they was talking about. The AB that was dancing.
Turn around. Yeah.
These are the facts. I'm like, this dude really wasn't that good. That's just the reality of the situation. I know he got melanin and all that stuff there, and he got melatonin, but he wasn't that good. He looked good against the level of competition he was fighting, but Adrian, how do I know Adrian Broner wasn't that good? Adrian Broner reminds me a lot of Sean Porter, even though he's a 3-division world champion and all that stuff there, but he wasn't fighting nobody. Let's just be real, right? I went back and looked at a lot of those fights because I was crazy about AB. I was crazy about AB, man. Like, for real, though. But he lost all his step-up fights. True. He was a heavy favorite against Marcos Maidana. Marcos Maidana beat the brakes off of him. He fought Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia beat the brakes off of him. Beat him. He fought Sean Porter. Sean Porter was on him like the Tasmanian devil. And then Manny Pacquiao was 100 years old and beat him at 100 years old. True. If I'm keeping it real, he really lost against what's the main name? Vargas. He really lost against Vargas. They called that a draw. Really, Vargas beat him, but they called that a draw. If you want to twist my arm, really Vargas beat him though. So Adrian Broner got a good resume. He fought the top guys, but he loses to all of the top guys, just like Sean Porter. Every top guy, he lose all his step-up fights. Errol Spence even said that. Man, you ain't nobody, man. You lose all your step-up fights. Everybody beat you, Sean. Yeah, you fought everybody, but you ain't like Sean Porter probably got the best resume in the welterweight division. There's nobody in the welterweight division that has a better resume than Sean Porter from a fighting everybody standpoint. Sean fought them all. But he loses step-up fights. Kell Brook, Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, Keith Thurman. Every time, now you say, well, he beat Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia ain't beat nobody in the welterweight division. True. So I can't say, well, he beat Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia is nothing but a hype job. Danny Garcia was more hyped than Adrian Broner, in my opinion. Hey, I mean, come on, man. Hey, Danny Garcia, they were hyping Danny up, flat-footed Puerto Rican from Philadelphia. Danny Garcia ain't beating nobody in the welterweight division. They took turns kicking Danny Garcia ass in the welterweight division. True. Come on, man. I mean, you get what I'm saying? I'm just being honest with you. Shout out, man. Shout out to Jimsy. Hey, okay. For dropping that. Bam, hundo on your boy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Well, we be talking about, boy, Danny Garcia, boy. Danny. I'm like, Danny? Danny Garcia, he said, nah, Cole, Danny was an underdog in all his fights. I ain't even tripping about the underdog or not. I'm just saying Danny Garcia, I'm saying he was hyped up by the PBC. Damn, whether he was underdog against Vegas by the PBC, when you hear these pro PBC guys online, they always hyping Danny Garcia up. Always. When you hear these pro PBC guys online, boy, Danny Garcia, boy. Spence beat Danny Garcia. Danny, I'm like, dude, they take turns kicking his ass. They ran a round robin on Danny Garcia. Who Danny Garcia beat in the welterweight division? Nobody. True. What he beat Paulie? He beat Paulie, right? Yeah, he was good at 140. He ducked what the dude named that Terrence Crawford fight in the last minute? He did terrible pay-per-view numbers against him. He ducked what the dude name, man, the white dude. That was he was the monster at 140. Everybody was ducking this dude. Crawford fought him, and Crawford was an underdog against the dude. Crawford beat the shit out of him. Dropped him a couple of times and everything. Freddie Roach was his trainer. Yeah, Victor Postal. I always forget his name. Victor Postal. He hauled ass from Victor Postal. Hold on, I gotta check the super chat though. Hold on. I gotta check the cash out. Caller, hold on. Yeah, I gotta check this cash out. Yeah, man, I'm just saying though. I'm gonna be talking about a lot of them niggas over there at the PBC. This ain't no hate, no shade, but I just gotta call it like I see it, dog. Some of that shit, man, they hyping that nigga up again, dog. They hyping him up again, bro. God damn, they hyping him up. They hyping him up again. They hyped up AB. They hyped up AB. They hyped up AB so much. Bro, remember, they were saying that AB was the second coming of Floyd Mayweather. True. That's what had me fooled. I lost my little $300 betting on AB. Shout out to Jimsy. Dropping that. Damn, $100 on your boy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Man, shout out to my brother, man, for dropping that $100, man, on your boy, man. I really appreciate that, fam. Cash out. You get what I'm saying, though? Shout out to my brother, Big G, man. Big G, salute, fam. But you get what I'm saying, though? Like, bro, man, AB had everybody fooled. AB had everybody fooled. Adrian Broner had everybody fooled. But let's be real. The man had everybody fooled. Now he on an apology tour now.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
This man on apology tour, man. Man on apology. Apologizing to Jay-Z, apologizing to Tank, apologizing to Crawford, apologizing to Spence, apologizing to the Charlo twins. He just apologizing to everybody. Man, I'm sorry, dog. Man, I just wear my gloves on my sleeve. Apologizing to Jay-Z. I'm like, no, I don't apologize to Jay-Z. No, it's too late. Dude, you had all this money, bro. You were making all this money, and you literally gave people your ass to kiss. Told Eddie Hearn, oh, yeah, Eddie Hearn, you can kiss my ass. I don't care nothing about that. I don't care nothing about that $8 million you offering me to fight. You do know that the $8 million I'm offering you is more than what you're making that. Hey, man, I want you to come over and fight this. I don't kiss my ass. Jay-Z offering this man $50, $60 million contracts. $50 or $60 million contract. I forgot what number it was. Tell Jay-Z to suck my DICK. Remember that? Now he broke on his nuts. Look, Al Heyman don't kick him to the curb. He out of the PBC with. Now he over there with Don King. Don King ain't been relevant since 1972. You get what I'm saying? Now he over there with Don. Now he want to apologize now. It's too late. You don't told your ass. That's what we say in the South. You come to the South. You come to the South and you dealing with them older women. That's the saying we got down here in the South. Yeah, boy, you don't told your ass, boy. True. Boy, you don't told your ass. Not tore your ass, told your ass. That's how we say it in the South. Yeah, boy, you don't told your ass, boy. You don't told your ass. Nigga, you don't blow all types of money. You had the opportunity. You was put in a position, bro. You got an opportunity that most blacks in America will never see. Irregardless of which tribe they're from, whether they ADOS, FBA, whatever you want to call yourself or not. You was put in a position, you got blessed to be in a position that most human beings on the planet would never see. Whether they black, white, Hispanic, Asian, doesn't matter. You was blessed with that. And you squandered it. You squandered it. You had people that was taking up for your ignorant behavior on social media. Oh man, you ain't got no right to say nothing. That man, that's his money. He can do what he want to do with his money. That's his money. He can spend it how he want to spend it. Okay, you right. True. Nigga, just don't come back begging when it's all gone. Oh man, he down on his luck, man. We got to pray for him. Pray for him for what? You were the same niggas, listen. You were the same niggas that were saying, Oh man, don't nobody want to hear that. You hating. He can do what he want to do with his money. Stop hating. You the same niggas that said stop hating. He can do what he want to do with his money. And now that he broke, oh man, what we got to do though? We got to say a prayer for him. For what? True. Nah, he good. He be all right. He good. He good. He be all right. Coach Malachi don't feel sorry for millionaires. And if you were a millionaire, you had it, and you ain't got it no more. Guess what? But at least you can say you had it. There's a whole bunch of people ain't gonna never see that kind of money. True. Had a nigga tell me, he said, "Man, with Coach, man, money ain't everything." I said, "Well, it's better than to have money and not need it than to need money and not have it." True. I got that from Richard Pryor when he played Daddy Rich on Car Wash. Shout out to Dill. For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, remember the Danny Garcia versus Rod Salka? He said the guy wasn't even like in the top 100. Mauricio Herrera beat him also. He always fought to the level of a competition. Okay. I'm just saying, you know, I mean, what's good for the gander, good for the goose. So it is what it is. I mean, this is the last call. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's good, Coach? This is Marta King Boxing from Vermont.
Marta King from Vermont. Talk to me.
You know, I wanted to touch on this subject about how Floyd ended his career, because a lot of people think that he was the greatest. He wasn't the greatest because he didn't pass the baton to the person that, like, when you watch TV and you watch boxing, Keith Thurman was in his prime back then. He was a slick boxer. He had power. He might not have had a good stomach, but, like, Floyd literally put fucking Earl Spence in the way to keep him from having to fight him, to fight the worn out Andre Berto. The worn out Andre Berto, mind you. The guy who was basically already in deep with Al Hammond. So it was just all a scheme. Like, I got off that Floyd train after the Canelo weight drain. He weight drained Canelo. A lot of people don't believe that shit, but when you saw him on that stage, I saw somebody who was visibly weight drained. Had to sit down right after the fucking weigh-in. So Floyd won it. Yeah, he won it. He did a good thing. But it's like, this shit is so fucking fake, it's ridiculous boxing. I'm not into that politics shit. I just want to see the best fight the best. You see what I'm saying? And at that time, Keith Thurman was the best to fight Floyd Mayweather. But what did he do? He steered away from somebody who was slick and who had power, because that would have been a war. That would have been a better fight than Diego Corrales versus Floyd. But you got these man fans who seem to think that Floyd is the greatest. You're not the greatest if you're not passing the baton. That's just my call, Coach. I had to get that off my chest.
All right, shout out to Marta King.
Bullshit.
Shout out to Marta King, boxing man from Vermont. Salute, fam. Yo, man, so let's give everybody in the chat a round of applause. All I'm saying is, fools will rejoice in foolishness. When you see a fool get some money, fools always rejoice in the foolishness. They rejoice and they're happy when you at the club. They happy when you're blowing the money. They happy when they get a chance to ride with you, and they're happy when they get a chance to go to the bar, the club, and the tenderonis. They're happy. But when the money gone, and they'll be the main one, oh man, you know, we do what we want to do with our money. We got it over here. That's what we do. Only fools do what niggas do when they get money. True. Money is too hard to come by to waste it. Money is supposed to be used, if you use it as an action, you know, money is supposed to be used as a tool in order for you to help you generate more money. It's not necessarily that you're crazy about the money. You're just crazy about, and you need the things that money can buy for you. No matter which country that you're in, there's going to be some kind of form of currency. Whether it's Federal Reserve notes, whether it's the yen, whether it's gold, whether it's silver, or whatever it is, there's always going to be some type of medium of exchange or some type of currency that you're going to use in order to get products or goods. So when you're blessed to have an opportunity to get money in abundance based on your hard work ethic and your skill set, you have to be wise with what you do when you get it. Because when it's gone, I'm pretty sure it's going to be very hard for you to get it back. Now, Mike Tyson was able to get back some money. He fell, was on his nuts, and now he's back rich again. But he has nowhere near the amount of money that he made throughout his boxing career. Mike had like $500 million or something of that sort. 400 or 500 mil he grossed in his career. $500 million. But what I'm hearing, he grossed in his career. Is he broke like somebody working at 7-Eleven? No, he's rich. He still has money, but nowhere near to what he had in his heyday. You get what I'm saying? So now I want to apologize. You know what I mean? To Al, I'm so sorry, Al, man. I want to apologize, man, to Coach Malachi, man. I want to apologize to Hippity. I should have brought that rabbit food over there for you like I was supposed to. I want to apologize to Cookie. I know you wanted some of them dog biscuits that I messed around and ate. I want to apologize to just everybody. No, nigga want to apologize now. You want to apologize now because the art of humility is here. The money ain't there no more. You broke. You on your nuts. So now you have been stripped of everything. You're still doing well. You're probably doing better than most, but you're nowhere near on the hog anymore. And you told your ass with so many people. You told your ass with Floyd. Told your ass with Tank. Told your ass with just so many people. Jay-Z, you told your ass with Jay-Z and Eddie Hearn. Now it's like, man, all that money they offer me, man. Is there any way I can get some of that money now? They're like, nah, baby boy, you done. True. Nah, you're done, baby boy. That's over with them. That 40, 50 million we offer you, shit, man. Look, I tell you what, man. I got a case of Corona, a 6-pack of amino acids. I got a 3-piece chicken meal with a couple of butter biscuits and a whole head cheese sandwich with $50 we can give you for your next fight. True. Shout out to Food Revolution. What it say, sis? I don't think he's still rich. Didn't he get paid like $600,000 in his last fight? I think he really needed that money. He's probably still in the red. He absolutely still in the red. More than likely, he was a fool with money. And everybody was happy, boy. We got it, boy. We got it. Boy, look at us. Look at us. Boy, we got it. We living in luxury. Now it's gone. It's gone. You get what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. Let's give a shout out to all of the cash apps. Shout out to Jim's. I'm dropping a $100 on your boy. Let's see who else we got. Let's get all everybody who called into the show as well. But let me get the super chatters. Come on. Shout out to Jamario Dixon. Shout out to Deal 87. Shout out to Stickum Boys. Shout out to Martin King Boxing. Shout out to Haynes. Shout out to Haynes Legacy. Shout out to Boxing Fanatic. Shout out to Be the Truth. And shout out to Be the Truth. I think that's the last one. Also, let's give a shout out to everyone in the chat. Shout out to Food Revolution. Shout out to Jackie Hernandez. Shout out to Jamie Rivera. Shout out to PBC Central. Shout out to Ahmed. Shout out to Squirrel Circle. He said, didn't AB flush money down the toilet? Yes, that fool did. True. I bet AB swimming in the toilet right now trying to find all that money he used to flush down the toilet. The fool, and guess what? The fool that was videoing him. Yeah, you see my nigga AB ripping up $20 bills. Nigga, we got so much money. We don't keep nothing less than 100. When I go out, AB pay for everything. Hey, bartender, give me 15 bottles of Moet. On me. I'm bowling. I'm in the club. I bought out the whole bar. Everybody know what time it is. It's like a tsunami when I come in here. I don't make it rain. I make a tsunami. Now he broke on his nuts. True. It's a tsunami. That's what we do. That's how we do it. We big bowlers. That's what we do. You know, all the broke niggas over there, nigga, you got a $20 in your pocket. If you got anything less than 100, you can't even talk to us. You can't even come around us. We the $100 bill boys over here. True. True. We don't keep number 150s. Anything less than 100 or 50, we don't even keep it. We throw it away. We leave it at Walmart. We flush it down the toilet. That's what we do. True. The same niggas that was laughing with you or laughing at you, them the same niggas that now it's like, you know, the money going, where they at now? Hey, Jay-Z, man, I'm sorry, man. Is there any way we can get back together on Boxing Tip, Jay-Z? Nah, what Jay-Z say? You know, Hov, 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 I'm just saying, it is what it is, man. Sean Carter, man, me and Beyonce, that ship has sailed, AB, you did good. You got some nice looking waves, though. You got some nice looking waves. I like the brush. Is your dad still brushing your hair? Okay, cool. Keep brushing your hair, baby boy. That's over with right there. Brooklyn, you know what I mean? Marcy Projects, JC go. Hey, Eddie Hearn, I know I said the white man was the devil back then. That's when I was on that fake revolutionary shit. I know I said the white man was the devil. Mr. White Man, can you please give me some, do you have like any $4 or $5 million fights for me? Well, mate, back then, when you was hot, you gave me your ass to kiss, mate. You told me to kiss your ass, and you told Jay-Z to suck your Johnson and all of that stuff there, mate. Al Heyman kick it to the curb, and you was busting my bullocks. That's okay, but we don't have anything else for you right now. I have a cup of tea that I can share with you, but right now, we don't have any money for you, mate. True. Can't go to Barbarian. You know what, kid? You can't come over here. You was a hype job back in 2012. That's why I never tried to sign you. You'll lose all of your step-up fights. If you come to Top Rank, who you gonna fight? Shakur's gonna kick your ass. Keyshawn Davis, he'll probably kick your ass. He's a prospect. I have a couple of guys over here that'll probably beat you. I'm not gonna pay you millions of dollars. If you come over here, AB, your stock has dramatically dropped. Now you are a $500,000 fighter. That's it. True. Dog, you gonna get these five? You gonna get this $500,000, dog? You gonna get this $500,000? That about as far that shit gonna go.
We the Charlo twins. We known for calling everybody out.
Please call these people out. Listen, the whole world's looking at you. Call these people out.
What's up? It's the Jamal the Hitman Charlo. Let's get it. Who want it?
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Mexican monster.
Nello.
Man, it is what it is, man. Nigga talking about it's over with now. It's over with. It's over with. You get what I'm saying? It's over. Shit, I'm finna be popping in a minute. As soon as I drop this movie, I'm finna be popping. I'll be like, nigga, coach popping. Nigga, he popping. Yeah, nigga, I'm at the bar. I'm at the club. Ain't anybody, I tell you what, any of the subscribers, if you in the Tampa, Miami area, and you come down, call the old boy, look me up. We gonna be at the club, balling, throwing it up, but we gonna be pouring it up. That's what we do. I buy 25, 30 bottles a pop. When I go to the club, this is what I do. You know what I mean? So, it is what it is. Y'all know what time it is.
Well, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and saying Al Heyman. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me? But a name. Do you have a name? Oh, nah, I ain't got no name,
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
You laugh, make you cry. The same thing they was laughing at yesterday, boy, they crying today. Today, boy, nigga woke up. Dog, how many millions did I blow? Man, you know what, man, AB? We looked at all of the money that you blew. Like, he probably went to Al when Al said we gonna let him go. I said, look at AB, man, I'm finna let you go, dog. I'm tired of your shenanigans. I gotta let you go. I did everything in my power to help you, man. I'm done with you. You're on your own. You know what I mean? He said, man, how much money did I blow? He said, but before you go, I want to show you this here. You in the red with me, but you blew approximately about $15 million out of your career. $15 million? Yeah. I blowed all of that? Yeah, you blew it about 10 million. I ain't gonna say about 15, probably about maybe 10, about $10 million. Boy, that 10 million show look good right now for me, Al. Yeah, but you told your ass with me on that.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all. I did this for the hood. Y'all know I beat that boy.
It is what it is. It's a done dottle now. It's a wrap. It's a done dottle. It's a wrap. Let's give everybody in the chat. Let's give everybody a chat. Shout out to Yarmis. Shout out to Marvin King Boxing. Shout out to Jamie Rivera. Shout out to Food Revolution. Shout out to Knockdown 305, Dade County's finest. Shout out to Schoolo X-Man. Shout out to Jackie Hernandez. Shout out to Ahmed. Shout out to Eric G from Houston. Shout out to J-Man. Shout out to Yarmis from Brooklyn. Shout out to the Boston Scientists. Yeah, man, mother looking crazy right now. Looking crazy right now. Well, you know what they say? It's better than to have money and not need it than to need it and not have it. Boy, ain't nothing like, see, this is why I don't feel sorry for a millionaire. Shout out to Knockdown 305 Teach. That's why I don't feel sorry for a millionaire. Nigga, you had it. You know how many people in this chat wish that they was in Adrian Broner's position? I don't know what it feels like to be a millionaire. Most people in this chat don't know what it feels like to be a millionaire. Not let alone a multi-millionaire. And for you to come from nothing, rise all the way to the top, just to go back down to nothing again, I supposed to feel sorry for you? Nigga, please. It is what it is, man. Once again, it's on that boy Coach Malachi Williams signing out. And well, here you go, man. Listen, as a matter of fact, Booger Ray Leonard, Booger Ray, talk to him, Booger Ray. Shout out to Booger Ray Leonard. Booger Ray, do your thing.
Make it last forever. Don't let I love me.
And it's on, man. It's up on Coach Malachi Williams signing out. True Media Today USA Boxing. Anybody that hate watch the show that didn't hit the like button, if you hate watch the show, didn't hit the like button, hold on, before we do this, let's look at the poll. Let's look at the poll. 420 people participated in the poll. 80% said that Maxi Hughes won the fight. 80% of the people out of 421 votes, 80% say Maxi Hughes won the fight. 20% say George Kambosos won the fight. Let's give everybody that participated in the poll a round of applause. Shout out to Rick Tim. Shout out to Jamario Dixon as well. Shout out to Martin King Boxing dropping that $2 super chat. He said respect, Coach. Salute to you, fam. It is what it is. Anybody that's hate watching the show that didn't hit the like button, Riley, get him.
Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap-ass cigars. Fuck your yuck-mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out of my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
I'm not going live tomorrow. Hey, all this week gonna be fire shows. You're not gonna want to miss the show. You're not gonna want to miss the show this week. All this week gonna be fire. Monday gonna be fire. Tuesday gonna be fire. Wednesday gonna be fire. Not fire. Thursday gonna be fire. Friday gonna be fire. We going live twice Tuesday. We going live for the New Way to Monster and Cool Boy Stealth fight. We going live 5 in the morning, and we going live at our regularly scheduled time at 3 o'clock. And we're gonna go live twice on Tuesday, and we're gonna have fire shows all the way out because we know after that it's Crawford and Spence. It is what it is. You ought to know what time. About Coach Malachi Williams signing out. True Media Today USA Boxing. As usual, please hate, like, share, subscribe, and share the show, man. You know my motto. See you guys tomorrow at 3. Don't beat me there. Don't beat me there. Beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.